Hey everyone. Glitter is back, so we can get started.
Hi.
I'm joined, of course, by the lovely Glitter and by our DM, Heximus.
Hello.
We are joined by Nomadicus.
Greetings.
Nomad. And by Sethimus. Sethy.
You're welcome to be in my presence tonight.
Oh, you were just so full of piss and vinegar and or as they say in the UK, margarine and tea.
That's not a UK saying. You're making this up.
Okay, well, it is now. So, anywho's, we are one small beat short. Cody had a last-minute appointment he had to get to. What is wrong with my what the fuck? That little blue nerd's in Conan today. Oh, is he? He had an appointment he had to get to, he said. Fuck it, I'm just gonna leave my hand here, I think. God, it's gonna be tiring, isn't it? Hang on.
Modern technology, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it's not always a good thing, because it keeps picking it up. Fuck again! Ah!
Oh, this is a fun
Maybe
way
it's
to start
because the
D&D.
angle of the camera.
Yeah, this is a fun start to D&D, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, zero strings and technical difficulties. At least the cards work.
Yay.
And we still have 4 cards that we haven't seen yet. So that's good. But yeah, how you guys been, by the way? Oh, we have a card pulled by Hex.
I couldn't help myself. He said there's 4 cards, and I'm like, I'm ready to roll them dice.
Yeah, you and Cody are just like
Possessive gamblers.
little Morellans when it comes to card pulls.
We just love RNG.
Madden the Hungry. Oh, kibble caboodle. I'm going for that noodle.
Oh, that poor
It's
soul.
very common. Very common.
Uh,
Oh, hey, Tara.
The Fire Bunny.
Wait, Tara, what did your... Oh. Why did your name go from blue to purple? Hang on. What happened?
Oh, you can change the color of your name in Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
She's purple now?
Oh, I
She's
didn't know
purple now.
that.
Purple looks
They
good
fly
on you,
now, they
Tara.
fly now.
Yeah.
Yeah, purple's like Tara's color, I guess. And her black and blue. Because she needs to be spanked by the alley battle.
Oh my gosh. Can we go?
Yours
That's
was
a-
a little so I changed mine. Oh, okay. Oh,
We're never gonna get past the Yowie. We're never gonna get past the Yowie battle, are we?
No one gets past the Yowie battle.
yeah.
Whoa!
Oh, Tara
something
got
almost-
a silver glitter ghost. Ooh.
Something almost hit me. Oh wait, that was the monetization and brand deals passing by really
Hypothetical
quickly.
hot
Never mind.
Yowie paddle. Yeah.
But we're not
I
a
would
brand
just-
risk.
That should be. We're not a brand risk.
Well, we're not a brand risk, but we do play on the knife's edge.
For real.
Kind of still
Oh
on the
God.
knife's edge.
What do you mean? You want to be on the knife's edge? Why?
You people have already gone way beyond knife's edge, fallen off the knife, in fact, entirely.
What do you mean, you people?
You know what I mean
Hey.
by you people.
What do
Hey,
you mean,
you-
you people?
He means he's acting as if he is high and mighty, and he's not falling into the degeneracy pit like the rest of us.
I am way above you all, sir. I am far beyond the
Oh, is this your Britishness coming through again?
Well, according to recent records, it was as well as analysis through our great 8 hypothetical theories, that determined that was a huge lie.
name one time I've said something vulgar.
Let's see. Would you
Gav-
like today,
Gav on
yesterday,
Ethan? Yeah.
6 weeks from before, last month, or earlier this year? I could keep going.
Don't
Hey,
trouble yourself. Just name one.
You tried to insinuate that there were bodily fluids in your salad. You know
And let's
that
also
time
not-
where
When
Zerulia
did
got
that-
bent over?
When
let's
did
also
that
not-
happen?
Let's also not forget
At
the
the,
time
at
where
the orgy.
was like a week ago, bro.
Yeah.
Let's also not forget the multiple instances where you've said Eddie or Ed that you've done nothing of the sort, but you have repeatedly lied on multiple occasions about your origins, and then of course, also in regards to, let's say, interesting taste in fictional women. I'm not gonna say what, but I know and
Ooh,
imply.
of the
Are we
snake
really gonna-
variety.
Are we really going to bring up the debunked snake theory?
You mean debunked
What do you mean
or
debunked? You still send me pictures of snake ladies.
send in the evidence?
We had a whole trial about this last stream as well.
We're having a retrial.
Yeah, a mock trial.
Why? Just because you lost. This is double jeopardy and you know it.
Whoa,
It
hang on.
wasn't a
You've been
re-
found guilty.
It wasn't a loss. If anything, we just took a short break, and we never resumed.
Take it to the
trial.
Supreme Court.
This is
Supreme
kangaroo
Judge Madeline
court.
presides.
Oh, that's a new thing to draw.
Yeah, that's,
What would-
that's Supreme Judge Madeline.
Don't encourage it.
I mean, this is an open and shut case, really. I'm adding 5 years to the defendant's sentence for wasting the court's time.
Jeez.
Fuck.
Jesus Christ, rolling high like a high roller there. Oh,
Two
man,
19s like in a row. Damn.
that would have been.
I would like to say. I would like to take that to admit. I would like to take that as that's just me practicing. I'd also would.
Oh,
Yeah,
Because
using up
this-
you want
now
to admit
before we
those two
start.
19s to evidence?
Yes.
Oh, and there's a 2. Ooh.
And there it begins.
There it goes. Third time's a
It's always
charm.
okay.
Don't.
I hope you didn't need that
Holy
natural.
crap, what?
Yeah, clearly you didn't need that one, did you?
Oh, no.
I'll roll it again. I will roll it again.
Jesus Christ, natural one, natural one, natural one, natural one.
I will roll
Hey.
it again.
I had that feeling when you're like, just like practicing your dice rolls, and then you see a nat 20 come up, and you're like, I could have used that at any point in time in the campaign. What the fuck? Why did it come up now?
Just roll
It
three
is going to
I
happen.
remember.
20s.
Oh,
This
my
time-
God.
This time, I'm literally going to command the dice to roll a 20. Like the way CT Flesher commands muscles to grow in the gym.
Dear God,
Dude, you won't.
I command you to roll a 20.
Oh,
Damn.
that's still pretty good though. I mean, not a 20, but hey, pretty good. 15.
I once had a
Nope, we
player
empty.
waste a 20 on like the most useless roll of their own making. They were so adamant that there was something in the room that there wasn't,
Uh-huh.
because they must have misheard the description or something. But it was akin to
Okay.
like, I want to check the dust for fingerprints in a clean room.
If you describe the room
okay.
that deeply, okay, someone's gonna roll to investigate.
Well, yeah, but then they roll a 20 and it only confirms like you're absolutely certain that there is nothing here. But I roll a 20. Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna roll.
Yeah.
25
Here, what do you
next
want me
time.
to do?
I can't wait to describe your room, Dusk. There's shingles everywhere. There's occasional bird poop over there. There's a chimney popping up, made of brick, and a little bit of smoke coming
Instead of
out.
his room,
I don't
you
need-
mean his roost?
I don't need you to describe something like that. I have tools for that. I take the lantern of revealing out and turn on the UV light in this. Oh my God! Turn it off! Turn it off! Turn it off!
Ah,
Too much info. Too much info. Too much info.
what died in here?
God, you'll be stuck with mosquitoes all night.
What died in here?
Oh.
Mm. All right. I think
Well, how
I'm
fast
ready
will
to.
it? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we're
Oh
ready.
yeah,
Let's
sorry.
go.
Let's continue.
Otherwise, we'll just be here all day just making jokes. All right. So, where we last left off for you and your group, all of you had returned essentially back to the lazy stock, and this is after speaking with Nex at his home, finding out a few details about his friend and why he maybe disappeared out into the mist of the map, and what he was supposed to be investigating. And in his case, he was just looking for lore, but you're not sure exactly what he may have been looking for before his disappearance. But he was here just to look into magical artifacts and everything that pass through the entire region of Malbrosia here. uh, after you'd returned, you had gone to bed. Arvad enjoyed his evening. This before the lady that had spent time with you and who had you had enjoyed that evening with is no longer with you, but you do all wake up in your own rooms. You wake up there. Essentially, that's where we'll just pick up. It's just all of you just waking up, but you do know that right now, at the moment, that you're supposed to meet with Nex at the docks relatively in the morning. So it's up to you what you do in the meantime before you go there.
Just kicks the door open. Yeah. Oh. Ah. Yeah, well, at least I can confidently say that throughout this whole backwards journey, that's one good thing that's happened.
All of you here just one of the doors just like get kicked on, and kind of crash against the woodwork. Aren't you're sharing a room, aren't you, Nomad?
Well, technically, I was by myself until I was sharing a room with someone else.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
So, I also feel like after kicking the door in, I should just play this one song.
Oh my god.
I mean, no, you're not. At least
We're gonna get
it's not
taken down for
inherently
fucking
inaccurate.
copyright.
I'm sorry, I just had to. But then
Well, it was 6 seconds or less. I think we're fine. I think.
It falls under fair use.
That's
Anyways. It's shit. I mean, we're not lawyers here, but maybe, probably. Who
I'm a
knows?
video editor, not a Dr. Jim.
Oh, you're not a doctor. Okay. I'm glad we have it on recording now.
He's the
Yeah.
doctor of thugonomics, but that's not
I
like
never
a
s-
doctor.
I never said I was a brain surgeon, okay? I am a therapist. And I can do
You're not a fucking therapist.
ad hoc surgeries on the battlefields of certain African countries that I cannot mention for legal reasons.
Verdun. Oh god.
So basically, you're saying.
The Congo.
So basically, you're saying you're the doctor who will literally Frankenstein people back together with the
Look.
bone saw and with a bone saw and a few things that I'm pretty sure is not medically legal.
Pretty much
Look,
a
they haven't come
stapler.
looking for me yet. They haven't come looking for me yet, which means it's fine, okay?
Yeah, you say
Bone
you
saw
say
is
that.
ready.
It's not. It's not fine.
Bone saw. I get that reference.
I have not had a single complaint from any of my patients.
Well, yeah,
Mostly
why-
because they were dead by the time
There you
I was
go.
finished, but, you know.
You're really bad at lobotomies.
or surgeries.
I guess we have a new character concept for when Dusk dies.
That's the one where the railway spike goes up the... Never mind.
Seth just casually saying, "I put the bottom in lobotomies."
God,
Oh
that
my
sounds so
god.
horrible.
He's
sounds-
trying to make the perfect sort of Frankenstein's monster sort of like bear hunk.
If my doctor ever said those words, I'm leaving, that is.
No,
I'm switching therapist right now.
And leave.
just be like, well, thank you, Doc. This has been.
God.
Well, thank you for the help, Doc. I'm gonna go get a second opinion.
This has been eye-opening. Not
He's
for
a
the
bit
reasons you're
fruity,
thinking
but
of.
he's the best damn brain surgeon you can ever imagine.
Brain surgery? This is a heart surgery.
So
Well,
Arvad comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, speaking of which, actually, because you had the audacity to kick open a door, you hear Ignelli from downstairs. You can't really see her because you just kicked open the door after, saying all that. He says, "Hey." Sorry, that voice did not come out the way I wanted it to. Anyways, hey, don't be doing that.
Sorry.
That woman's gonna kick us out because of all of your shenanigans, and she's letting us stay here for free. the
Yeah,
past few
well,
nights.
No,
For
we're
one-
paying.
You guys are paying now. She let you stay one
we're
night for
paying.
free. Stop trying to gaslight me into making me believe that she's letting you stay free for the entire time.
Well, I tried.
You be careful, Hex. He's the king of gaslighting.
Look, you just had to open your mouth. I could have gone as free stay, okay? I went sprung for
This
dinner
is not a
as well.
Scooby-Doo adventure.
This isn't a Ramada Inn, no. Oh, stop it.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so anyways, it happens. You annoyed Ignelli, but hey, you did have sex, so it's a good morning for you, Arvad.
Yes.
What are the rest of you doing? I know Dusk, you're up on the rooftop, but
I'm downstairs. I'm having breakfast and I'm putting the armor that Foster made onto Grimray.
by the way, even though you haven't asked for it, whatever breakfast you might have ordered, Ignelli has placed a nice little pot of coffee, or sorry, not a pot of coffee. I mean a cup of coffee, right next to your breakfast, free of
Sorry,
charge.
but how is Ignelli here? This is breakfast, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's here. She looks like she's in her nightgown. Like she's clearly not at.
She does shifts.
Yeah.
Yeah, but should it not be go-to instead? He does the morning shift. Something's not right. That's what Ignelli. That's a shape
That's
changer.
an imposter. If you want to find out the hard way, go for
I
it.
level my crossbow.
The other guy asked for like some time off. Okay.
But yeah, no, she's in her night shift at the moment. Nothing particularly sexy when it comes to in terms of negligee, but it's just a very simple shift. She did leave you a nice cup of coffee next to your breakfast that you didn't order, but she wanted to be nice.
No.
I put like in the background scene, I put like a funnel into Foster's gas mask and pour the coffee into his mouth.
You hear choking
to
noises.
waken him up.
I make sure that the coffee that she pours down his throat is not cooled whatsoever.
Oh god.
Just full on
hot.
hot.
It's just
Oh,
sputtering
no.
for the fun. Sputtering
Oh,
for the
come
fun.
now, honey. It'll wake you up.
Like, oh, sorry, the end is running a bit rough today.
No.
Holding him down.
I just come down just for breakfast. I'm like, good morning, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning. I hear you had fun.
What? How did you know? How did you know?
What do you mean? How did I know? First off, I'm a woman, okay? Second, you left with her into your room and you boldly stated you're going to have fun.
Also, you kicked the door open.
You kicked the door open. You were very adamant about this, and you have a bit of a spring in your step now.
Well, considering how I've nearly died 3 times through this whole adventure, this is the one good win I'm taking. So I'll take it with pride.
I will say, by the way,
yeah.
Oh, sorry. I just want to add a little detail. So, despite her willowy, wispy form, you wouldn't believe this of her, but she wasn't quiet. Is one thing I'll definitely say about her, and then I'll leave it at that.
I don't quite
God.
understand. I don't quite get it. Like you were like all night from your room and was like hearing a lot of screams, really, shouts.
Oh, reminds me of tramps with
I mean-
Tourette's 9.
Is hand holding really that intense for you?
Slow face palm.
There's this.
Everyone was but joke.
Oh god, I'll put it to you this way: when a man meets a woman, and a woman meets a man, powerful urges of the flesh sweep over them both.
Yeah. Don't worry. When you're old enough, we'll explain it to you.
I think I'd rather.
Right now, just enjoy your innocence, huh? You have like a good
I'd
year or
rather
two in you before you can start, like, making love.
Miss Ignelli, do you make the same noises like last night when you make love? I say that aloud.
Just go
He-
fucking
Maria
pale
stands up.
and drop my jaw.
Sabrina stands up and leaves.
I just
She goes back
just-
upstairs.
I don't want to be
I just-
involved.
I just slowly grab Ab a cup of the coffee that's available on G's. I'm just gonna turn around and go and enjoy this lovely sunset and sit.
I go full mama mode. And I throw like a biscuit at him, like some sort of like a I'm like, Dusk! You don't say that to the random people! That's for adults! What would your mama have taught you, huh?
So you
Don't
see
ask
her
that of a
face.
woman.
You see light coloration to her cheeks as they begin to. I guess it would be kind of like a maroon color as her green cheeks kind of like light up and flare and a small blush. Before she kind of like juts her she juts her chin out and she says no, and then she just kind of like doesn't say a word past that. She just kind of like walks away from her table and goes into the back room. Not sure.
Now
Well, I mean, she's leaving you to
now I
your
just feel
devices now.
bad.
Oof.
God damn, does Yenzo not perform?
I should need to talk to Yenzo about this player singing.
No, I think he perhaps
You.
maybe he performs a little too well and she's embarrassed to talk about it.
I mean, I hope it's that. Like, girl
Well,
works
you
hard,
don't
she
know-
needs to be loving.
Well, you don't ask about what people do in their bedroom, and if she's embarrassed about it too, I'm pretty sure Hienzo is doing his job.
I want you
go
guys
and
to keep in
apologize.
mind-
I come back, and I swat Dusk in the back of the head.
Gotcha. So you swat Dusk in the back of the head and you're going to the back room?
I go apologize for something. Like, I'm so sorry. He has no manners. He's never been taught how the birds and the bees work. He's not my son. You know how it is, man. You deal with kids all the time. You have to say the darndest things. You know that. It's like this whole back and forth. And I'm so sorry. And like, I go back and like I swat like.
I pick my
Dusk on the back
raisins
of the
off the
head.
floor that she knocked out of my hands.
It's like, you don't ask a lady that.
Emily would probably say, really, Dusk, in front of my raisins?
No.
Just stupid. But,
She
okay.
reads children's stories in this establishment. No.
I don't get what the big deal is.
I am so disappointed in you. I'm not even explaining it. I'm just saying, like, I am just so disappointed in you. If I was your mother, I would be dying with shame.
But you're not. I stand up and I walk out the door. Louder than Arvad.
I lean against the wall and I say, I yell out, like, a dagger! A dagger through my heart!
And I just look at this and I'm just like, kids.
This is a
Yeah.
good morning. This is a pretty good morning.
Yeah.
It's a great start, yeah.
Zerulia comes running back out because she
Oh.
thinks that Matilda has a dagger through her heart and she wants to see if she needs healing.
I need healing.
It's like,
And she
I
was fine.
over exaggerate, like full dramatics, and I'm just like, he told me I wasn't his mother. Like,
Oh.
if that all I've done for you.
Matilda, you aren't, but you kind of are.
Exactly.
You really aren't. I'm sorry.
No,
There's no
I know,
but to
I
it.
know, but he should learn to have his manners.
I know. We'll have to teach him that. Possibly if he takes
Yeah.
to it. I really don't know at this point.
Yeah, I hope he grows up soon.
I offer her hand to help her up off the floor because I imagine she just like laid down on the floor doing this.
Oh, me? No, I'm leaned up like against the wall, like, a dagger through my heart.
No, I just gently kind of guide you upright. Like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Even though like you're
Yes.
almost twice my height, so I'm just sort of like
Yeah.
touching you.
Just
like
patting her
trying-
back.
Aw.
Feel better.
I'm just visualizing that scene from Lilo and Stitch where Nani is just falling on Lilo and she's just trying to push her back up.
Damn.
There's totally a
Aw.
guy over there eating his brand
He's
food.
like beans and bread. Well,
It's just like this is a strange.
this a
This
show?
is a very strange. This is a very strange inn.
This inn is at the
Foster-
moment empty, except for you guys. The only people who are staying here at the
Oh.
moment, or at least that you guys know of, are you're just here. Nobody else is here eating at the tables. It's just you and Ignelli before Ignelli went to the back room.
This woman's just
Foster's
like.
just trying to go around with like a plate, like, hey, fit like a tips is like, yeah, thanks, glad you enjoyed the performance.
Oh god.
Just trying to swindle people again.
Uh,
Oh my god. Arvad, you watch that boy.
So
What do you want me
cannot
to-
look
Not
at-
be able
go
to
ahead.
punish him, but you can.
what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? He's not my son.
You're acting like his papa, right?
You're not my dad. Ugly ass.
What
Where's my staff?
was that last word?
Where's my staff?
You haven't
I'm
seen
going
that
to-
Vine. I can't help.
Beat that boy's hide.
Yeah, it's just like, I'm just like, I'm going to show you this wonderful thing that the monks taught me. It's called the staff of discipline.
Whack.
He's just lucky I wear boots and not slippers.
Oh god. He's lucky I don't. He's
La
lucky I didn't
jungla.
master the art of. He's lucky I didn't master the art of belt fool.
You need like a
Use it.
series of belts just for punishment.
Yes, learn. Yes, as Chris Rock would say, my daddy had a belt for every punishment that was done. There was a lying belt. There was a stealing belt. There was a if you got somebody pregnant belt, coming with a firearm.
Oh god.
A lot of specific belts for that occasion. Jesus Christ, a belt for every occasion.
Oof.
Listen, when you're a parent that is trying to keep a roof over your heads and you want them to on the straight and narrow, you do not take discipline lightly.
Yeah. I say we put him in a chastity belt. You know, you never know.
I doubt.
He might
I
meet
doubt it.
he might meet someone. And
He's
he
going
might
through
ruin
some
his
stuff. I
life.
don't think he's going through some stuff right now. I'm pretty sure at this point. Oh, it's like the birds and the bees is the last thing on his mind.
So really,
It's the
can't look
birds
any
I'm
of you in the
worried
eye right
about.
now.
Oh, sorry, Zerulia.
Can't look any of you in the eye right now.
Did
Just-
you fuck a guy on a table in the open? How are you embarrassed about this?
Yeah, but that was like somewhat intimate, and it was in the moment.
Yeah.
This is like talking about explaining sex to a very rude child.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Wait,
very
I mean-
rude.
you say intimate, but like a lot of the cameras just intimate.
Listen,
How?
her eyes were
You
on
don't-
him alone.
Exactly, you don't understand. The
for
rest of
her,
the world
yeah.
fell away.
And the rest of the world may have blown away, but we all heard it that I lost sleep over it.
Well, it was beautiful. Shut up.
We lost sleep tonight. We're even.
Hey,
Yeah. You lost sleep tonight because of you.
and we're all getting on Ignelli's nerves.
Yeah.
This poor
I don't
woman
know
is
what
just
you're
probably being like, this poor woman is just like that. That meme where the guy's just holding his head while he has his cigarette on the hand is just like, God damn it.
We are
I
very
mean,
much
my
in front of
room
our
was trying to
salad right
cancel
now.
out your noise. Except for once Foster had his gas mask off.
Oof.
So. Just saying. That's how sound works, right?
Yeah, let's go with that.
So I'll just say about
Did we have a
30
mission to do?
I'm giving
Oh,
a
sorry,
2-star
sorry.
Yelp review.
I was
I'm
waiting
giving
for
a
you guys to
2-star
tell me.
Yelp review because there's no soundproofing in these rooms at all.
Oh, it's not a love hotel.
Yeah, you
Not yet.
you guys have
It's
seen
an
to that.
inn.
Yeah, but still, it's just like we've been here and already maybe Nellie's thinking perhaps I should change my business model.
Oh. From reading children's books to being a love motel? What?
You're right. A wholesome establishment to a less wholesome one.
Oh,
What a-
this is Fable
what a
3 all
pivot.
over again.
What a pivot.
Anyway, yes, we had to meet someone at the docks, I believe.
I think so. We were going into the mist, right?
Yes. We have to meet our missing persons apprentice.
If only we were. If only we were sponsored by Silent Hill 2, because this would be a perfect segue into a sponsorship plug. But oh well, we're not.
Oh.
This
Today's
be-
sponsor is Rage. Wait, I can't do it.
No, you got to do it with this. Anyway, speaking of adventures,
Oh.
enters, and meetings, this stream has been sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Oh,
I wish we were cool enough to sell out like that.
Oh.
Speaking of rolling their staves, this video is sponsored by Rage Shadow Legends.
An immersive
Oh, how'd it get?
MMORPG with multiple characters. There's expanding levels.
Oh.
Use code Mad Marshes to get 20% off of 100 gold and 3 skins. Link down below.
Like, Dusk is being a pain in the ass and then walks out of the inn, and then an ad for Durex condom starts playing.
No.
What?
It's on
Oh,
brand.
yeah.
I mean,
Anti-child.
yeah.
We have a
Oh,
lot
God.
of sponsorships,
Okay,
like
so,
a lot of
Docs.
sponsorships for this place.
Hey,
Yeah.
listen, I am nothing if
Oh.
not flexible and versatile, okay? So if you want to sponsor the stream,
We're looking for a sponsorship, Nike.
Nike.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be
Oh,
quick.
no.
I wouldn't be eager to get them right now, considering their stock is up. Is not exactly up right now, but that's another topic for another day. Anyway, back to
No.
the adventure.
Yeah. So,
yes.
speaking of the docks, all of you collectively gather yourselves after annoying, we'll say at best, Ignelli. You begin to walk down the streets. You occasionally ask the one or two individuals that are out there which direction the docks are, and thankfully they're not too much further past. They're funny enough on the same road, out of town towards the mortuary, but even further down the road itself. So technically, you will be passing by. Oh my god, it's been so long. I'm trying to remember his name. Not Ianzo. The one who lives in the little run-down
Falk?
Ekram
cottage.
Falk.
Ekram Falk. Thank you, Lord Jesus. I don't have my. I need to grab my notes. But yeah, you're walking past his establishment. If you want to stop in and say hello.
We
Yeah,
should.
we'll say hello and goodbye, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. So you go to knock on his door, but there at the moment doesn't appear to be an immediate answer. You're stuck there for about 30 seconds, almost to a minute, before you hear a knock on from the other side. You know, a small, from the other side.
I knock back once more.
Oh, is it our goblin friend?
Yep, I'm trying to remember the goblin's name right now.
Look.
And I'm sorry, what was his name?
Oh,
It wasn't Grix.
No,
it was.
Doofus.
We gave him a name.
Doofus
you-
Book.
No, not Doofy.
Doof.
No.
Book, I think.
Yeah, Bookie.
But I respect his father by calling him by his true name, Doofus.
Doofus.
He just found him. It's not even his dad. What is it with you and denouncing parents?
I don't
No,
say
I'm-
anything as such.
You know,
It is-
I think maybe he's just acting out due to abandonment issues.
So, after you knocked, by the way, Zerulia, and he knocked back once, you see him through the little crack in the door frame that he decides to open it ever so slightly. He said, "Oh, it's you." And then, after he gets a good view of you, he does actually open the door. And he says, "Do you want to come in? Do you want to play?" And he's not here right now.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, no, he likes to go in mornings to to shit. Sorry, give me a second. He likes to go in mornings to morgue.
I also like to go to the morning to shit.
God damn it! I knew this joke was
I'm
coming.
sorry, it was too. It was right
What's
there.
shit?
Just don't say it. It's not a polite word. Knox, but
Oh.
yeah, it's not a very nice word. Don't say it. Just say. And I just knock Dusk upside the head. It's just like, what are you doing?
I pick up my raisins again because they were to go and now they're on the floor.
You have a very unhealthy obsession with shrunken fruit.
We've tried out shrunken fruit. Is it something you want to tell us?
Yes, there wasn't many opportunities for fresh fruit. I'm used to these.
Dusk is a fruit fondler, confirmed.
Oh God.
I regret nothing.
I shall not have this slandering against his name.
Anyway, little friend, we're just popping in to say hi. Hi, we're gonna go on another adventure and we'll be gone for a while. But we will return in due time.
Okay. Well, if you want to say bye to Dad, he's in the cemetery.
All right.
Okay.
And
Did he call it the cemetery?
Yeah, he did. He
Oh.
verbatim, he did say the cemetery.
Okay, well, thank
I
you.
love it.
And since I'm not sure if I'll ever see him again, since we're going to go on this particular adventure, I hand him a chocolate. I don't think I've given him one yet.
His eyes light up and just like get bigger like saucers as you hand him a chocolate. You sense this might not be the first time he's had chocolate, but he's incredibly excited to see it. And he does kind of like immediately like he reaches out momentarily like he's about to snatch it before or it's almost like he has to physically remind himself not to do that. And then he says, "Can I have it?" His hands are still there, like he's reaching out, but he does ask you, "Can I have it?"
And she smiles and just, yes, this is for you.
Oh, hey, thank you. And he immediately grabs it and just unwraps it. It just begins to eat it. Very, very
Oh, I forgot to ask you have any allergies.
Don't.
He just begins to puff up. No, I'm joking. He
No!
does not want to.
Yes.
Stop.
One more to the
Stop
body
giving him
count.
ideas.
Jesus
No,
Christ.
Don't
There's
give
no
him
Not the white
ideas.
one.
There's no EpiPens in fantasy worlds.
Oh no!
I'm joking. I'm joking. He's fine. He's fine. He's fine. He does
Okay,
eat
God.
it. There's no problem. Yeah, one of these days I will create a random RNG chart just to see if a character you guys feed has allergies and be like, oh man, you should have been really careful with that chocolate because that dude hella
We're
did.
never giving people chocolate or nuts or like fish.
Just don't
Like
give
it's
people
just
gifts
meat.
unless.
That's all.
Just don't give people anything, unless it's requested or necessary. That's it.
Okay.
Anyways, but no, he does enjoy the chocolate. And he says, "Thank you." And by the way, his face looks pretty. His at least his mouth region seems to be pretty smeared with chocolate right now. And he does actually look up to you and he says, "Do you want to see the animals I drew, the new ones?"
I glance back to see if it seems like we have time to take a look at the animals. Like, check
I
them
mean, we might never come back, so I'm gonna have a look.
Yeah. Let's see him.
He wraps his hand around your index finger and he says, "Come." And he begins to lead you upstairs to his room.
Oh god, I follow.
He's so much
Alright.
nicer than Dusk is.
Give me a second. I need to pull something out real quick. Where is? Okay.
Bricks, don't be like that kid. He's a true mama's boy. Nah, just kidding. How to say that.
He's only a toddler.
He's almost as old as we are. Actually, I don't know how old Grix
What do you
is.
mean we?
I don't know how old Grix is.
It's
How old
grown-ass
is he?
man, though.
I don't think
Yeah,
that
I mean-
the
oh,
end
sorry.
hurt you.
Yeah, no, I heard. I was just looking at stuff. So he doesn't. You're not familiar with the aging processes of goblins. At least I don't think you are. But you could probably make a fair assessment that he might be the equivalent of 5 years old, maybe 6.
I'll put it this way. Grix, how many times have you seen the trees go orange and the leaves fall?
He looks very confused by your question. He's like, I don't know. A few times, I think.
Could be any time he just went outside, though. Like, the question is weird.
How many times do you see the trees go orange, fall off completely, regrow, and then fall off again?
He looks like he's like physically counting in his head, like he's like literally using his fingers. You can see him flexing as he turns around to like answer your question, but he doesn't seem to know how to answer it. You get a sense that it's not unlike a question if it were posed to you, but like, hey, how do you spell the word literally to you? You're like, shit.
No.
He still has a hard time grasping time the way you have a hard time grasping letters at the moment.
Do you know what?
So they're
you didn't
both-
have to go there, Hex. Okay.
So basically,
I'm just saying. I'm just calling, man.
so basically, the education system has failed them. Got it.
5-year-old kid. Just, hey, Jesus Christ! How? I want you to see and ask yourself how often do you think a kid has paid enough attention to notice the trees going exactly that color every time?
Touche.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, Seth. That was kind of like a weird question to ask.
The answer would have been, at the very least, maybe 10, which means he's over 10, at the very least. 'Cause I'm not expecting him as a kid to understand, to remember that.
Do you want to DM? I'll vacate the DM chair for you to do my job.
Do you know what? Yeah.
No, forget it. No. Don't even think about it. Don't even entertain the idea.
Look, I'm just asking questions.
Seth, you don't even have time for your own campaigns. Come on now.
I'm just asking questions, okay?
But yeah, no.
Just
In
asking
all
for-
seriousness, this might be a bit of a complicated question to ask this kid. He probably doesn't, as like I mentioned before. You don't think he might have paid too close of attention to notice the trees around him changing, or if he did, not the genuine
If I
amount.
ask,
Okay, Grix, don't
like when you were like 7 or 9, how fucking fast did time go for you? If I
I don't
asked
know.
my nephew that kind of question, he'd just be like, I don't know,
I don't know. They didn't
and continue
have
to play on his
windows.
video game.
They didn't have windows on the cells where we were younger.
You
Wow.
don't give me that.
That got dark real fast.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh my god.
back to the campaign.
Yeah, he does after having trouble answering a question, but like I said, you have a reasonable sense that he might be 5, 6, somewhere around there, maybe a little older, maybe a little younger, give or take a year or two. He does continue to lead you, Zerulia, by your index finger, to his room, and obviously whoever wants to follow him up can do so. He does lead you into his room. Desk in the corner, that little candle still lit at the moment. He might have forgotten to turn that off. But his walls once again scrawled with the animals that you saw previously. But there do appear to be new additions. And, I mean, trying to decipher through the literal scribbles of a child, you guys could go ahead and... I'm trying to think of I would say probably you could roll a survival to try to identify what the new additions might be.
I'm doing it. I'm not doing it. 3. A 3.
None
An
of
even
us are doing
though.
it.
Oh
They're-
my
they're
god.
ki-
Oh my god.
Honestly, they're kid scribbles. They're very kind of difficult to really see past what these might be. I mean, there's a few obvious ones that, some you probably are more familiar with. Like, you see a cat with what appears to be, like, extra tails coming out of its body, which you could connect the dots and probably say that's a displacer beast. So up to the for most of you, you've only heard of this animal before. You've never necessarily interacted with one, presumably. And then there's also a few other new scrawlings, including what appears to be like a floating eyeball. But past that, you're not sure what it might be.
I point to the floating eyeball and ask, "What is this?"
My dad says it's a geyser. Geyser.
Gazer, what does it do?
It shoots things out of its eyeballs right here, and he points to not to the big eyeball in the center, but to the little stalks around it. Go ahead and roll me insight.
I was gonna ask a question, but I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
Ooh, 17.
You get a feeling that he understands it as best as he can of what a gazer is, because clearly that's not an animal, at least not one found naturally in nature. So this is clearly a monster. You feel like he is doing his best to explain quite a bit about the things it can do, but you have the sense enough to know that some of it might not be as accurate coming from the kid, Yeah. And what was the question you were going to ask, Matilda?
I was gonna ask out of character, what, like a beholder?
You could go. I'll say this. It might be a combination between a gazer and a beholder. At least the lore that he might be dropping might be a little combination of both, and maybe he's not 100% sure what might the difference be. Any more than you guys would be. But, you understand to take his explanations with a grain of salt, because, once again, very young child.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's what they do.
Did your dad say he saw the beast?
I love it.
He says he's seen a few before.
Where?
I don't know. I didn't ask.
Interesting. That's okay. Now give him a little pat on the head. Then take a look to see what else he's got on the walls. Anything else?
They're more generic, normal animals past the initial scrawlings you saw. There do appear to be dogs, cats, what appears to be a giraffe. I don't know if you guys have if your characters have ever seen a giraffe, but inevitably you ask about giraffes, I'm sure.
No, I'm horrified by the giraffe. I
Like,
point to it and I ask,
no.
"What is this?
Giraffe.
Where was this found?"
My dad said they're from, and he seems like he's struggling to remember himself. They're from the sands.
I see. Okay, I'll stay out of the sands then. These look really great, book. You've done a very good job here.
He looks very proud of himself when he says, he's like, yeah.
How have you been doing with your studies?
Oh.
I study every day. My dad sometimes comes up and helps me, learn new words and do my numbers.
I see. Studying is very good for you, and that if Dusk is in the room, I give him a pointed look.
Definitely not in the room.
Not in the room, I see. I do it psychically then, I send a psychic attack at him.
I look behind me.
That's-
There's something weird.
What do you
Is
mean
your
weird?
microphone so quiet?
Oh, I'm trying not to let it be detected as an arm.
No, not you. No.
Oh.
I'm talking about that little Londoner.
Anytime you say my mic is quiet, I don't believe you. I've heard the VODs. It's not quiet.
Come on, he's quiet, isn't he?
It's quiet right now.
A little low, yeah.
Bull
little.
Yeah. See?
schnitzel.
Dude, I've got you turned up to 200%.
At 200%.
I mean, I can hear you fine. It's just a little low for me.
Like gaslighting the hell out of me right now.
Let me turn up.
Or just lean into your microphone.
Anyway,
Hello.
yeah.
It's now you're just speaking slow or low. You are slow, but I can't help that.
This is the Dusk and Hex, power hour with, coming at you right now. ASMR style. Ooh.
Oh, I did say Seth and Glitter need to do something ASMR.
Because I'm actually an ASMR. You decide.
Oh my god.
You need to read stories.
ASMR.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah.
I can see Hex just. I can see Hex X now. He's just playing in the music. Then Seth is just reading, perhaps, of Mice and Men, or what's it called? Lord of the Flies.
No, they need to read 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh God.
50 Shades of Grey Hawk.
Yeah. Oh God.
Oh man.
Second
That
plus
book-
the Argonian Maid with like the long edition.
Both those books have collectively ruined so many people.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the first to say that right now.
All right. So, is there anything else you two would like to do while inside his little room?
Not really. So I suppose we should let him know that we're getting out, that we're getting going.
Hmm.
Um,
When you go or start walking outside his room, he does surprise you by actually locking his arms like around your left leg, Zerulia, and he's obviously you turn around surprised and you look down on him. He does look up to you and he says, "Come back safe. I want to show you more animals."
and I'll do my very best.
Now we have to come back.
I kneel down and I hug him.
I'm gonna come back in a coffin just to spite him.
Okay, so you
No,
come back in a
Fighting a
coffin.
child.
You come
Fighting
back in a
child.
coffin, and then we're just doing the Paul Bearer's coffin dance from Ghana, just going doot 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 doot.
Oh
Jesus
no.
Christ.
Wait, you think you're gonna let him die? Fuck no.
No, I'm not. I won't let him die. But if he's willing to go to the afterlife.
I'm just gonna hold Foster over him, like fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it.
I'm the cleric.
Ah.
Yeah. Watch me just use this. Start learning to use just chi manipulation. Just do this whole thing where it's just like it's a ball of energy. It just shocks him back to life. He's like, ah!
He's probably
Oh.
you say that, but he's got like the syringe from Pulp Fiction, like the adrenaline.
Hey. Well, I thought it was closer to the stem packs and Fallout, but hey, if it works, right?
If it works, it works.
Yeah.
Alright, so the both of you from coming up here, you decide to make your way back to your other three party members right now, who are somehow, I don't know how, but just because I want to put it in there, you have once again dropped all of your raisins on the floor. We don't know how, but you are picking them up as they're returning back.
It was my second attack.
He got nervous and dropped all his raisins.
Yeah, it's just like something on your mind. I just felt this strange disturbance.
Huh. I would have expected more of a... Oh, there we go.
Well, it's clearly a clear-cut case of being bullied by the party. They're just jealous of my overwhelming power. I don't let it get to
Overwhelming.
me.
Overwhelming.
You
and
mean
yet-
your depressing aura?
Overwhelming, and yet you're going through this thing called puberty.
Listen, I'm calling it now. As soon as he meets like a hot harpy or otherwise a bird lady, we're losing him. He's lost to us. Like those hormones are gonna start kicking in. His voice is gonna drop.
You assume you had me in the first
Yeah.
place.
Just grows. starts growing
What do you
growing a
mean?
few inches taller, and just starts
Yeah.
developing more muscles like Conan. And I'll just help, and I'll just hold it. I'll just bring him to. It's like, all right, Dusk. Allow me to teach you about the facts of life. When a man and a woman love each other very much.
Oh no.
There is a straw scarecrow in the vague shape of Dusk sitting down next to him.
Hey, I'm trying to practice giving you the talk in the way you understand.
All right.
We go to Ekram.
Yes, let's go to Ekram.
Okay. So you humbly exit his Ekram's home, and if you go further down, the road. When you go further down the road, you see the compound of the entirety of the cemetery here. You could barely vaguely see what appears to be Ekram Falk, at least at the corner of one of the iron rod fences. He appears to be at the moment digging, and yeah, he's just working up a sweat as he's putting in a shovel into the earth and then bringing it back up. And he's made some progress by the time you arrive and open the wrought iron gates of the compound and go to him. He turns to you, wiping some sweat off his brow, looking in your direction, still wearing black robes despite the heat of the morning sun. Looking at the rest of you, he says, what brings you here? Morning. What can I do for you?
We're here to see you before we go into the pub.
You came to see me.
Oh, well, it was on the way.
He looks at the rest of you, like as he was speaking to Zerli at first, but he turns to the rest of you and he says, are you also here to see me? Or are you just following along?
We are here to see you.
I was dragged along. I thought we'd just skip you entirely.
I
Let's drag along.
I casually just punch him on the head.
I'm back. I'm back.
Oh, welcome back.
Okay,
Yeah.
my internet crapped out, I think.
And the stream has also gone dark.
Yeah, your stream's down.
I may need to try then again. Is it back?
Yeah, we're back.
Okay, we're back.
Yeah.
Hi, thank you so much, Theresa, for joining us, for following, and for pulling the Cody Smile gold card. We hadn't had that one yet. They say, what are you using on your profile picture and model? Oh, this is a model that the artist Sadeki made for me. And this is also based on, with different lighting, but it is the same model that's used for the profile picture. It's made on 3D, yeah. It's not 2D. I can turn around and do a spin and stuff. I can't feel my feet anymore, though.
No feet pics today.
Was,
You can only find that on OnlyFans.
Yeah, no underboob. No feet,
And
no
no-
hips, so.
At this service, I will never forgive if the Twitch itch for.
Yeah, you can probably see my feet on other things, but
Why are we talking about?
enjoy the stream. And how did you find us? And sorry, guys, continue. I may have lost the last 20 seconds of what you've been saying, so do get back to me.
TLDR, he mentioned that Dusk reminds him of a younger him. He did ask all of you where you guys were gonna be going soon, and it's such an early hour.
We're meeting someone at the docks.
And has Abd oh.
Who?
Yeah.
Next, the wizard.
I never met him. Is he traveling with you?
He won't be traveling with us. I think he's only supplying us the boat.
Oh, okay. Well, safe travels. Try not to die. Come back in one piece or whatever. I don't
How
care.
pragmatic.
Yeah.
We'll do our utmost.
All right. Good seeing you all, man. Don't work too hard.
He's continuously digging and says, "Whatever you say," and he's digging a grave. Oh, wait! Before you leave, do you need me to save you a few plots here, or?
I don't plan on dying
Uh,
today.
Yeah, we never intend on dying, but
I mean, if something happens to us, we won't come back, right?
Make mine shallow so you don't have to work too hard.
and
Anybody?
knowing the little one, he sorry.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I do want to ask. After you made that comment, Zerulia, everybody could roll me a insight check for those who are proficient.
Proficient in insight. I am. Oh, come on, why?
Jesus,
It was a 16, now I got a 3!
Maddie, where's your luck, bro? Like, I'm seeing you roll
Oh,
these.
God.
Jesus.
I'm still
Oh,
upset
man.
that Dusk said that I wasn't his mama.
Yeah, it's too early in the morning. You're not a morning person anymore, and then just
It's too early, Dusk.
The comment.
Hurt.
It's too early.
The truth hurts. Get over it.
You are so mean.
Ah!
Okay, Zerulia, you sense like that comment might have upset him a little bit, but he does his best to like hide his feelings in his work. So he just continuously digs, just grunts after you said that.
Well, we'll be on our way. Thank you, Edwin.
Yeah.
I turn around and get ready to leave then.
All right.
He's not a man of a lot of words, is he?
I feel bad.
No, he's not.
Well, we have a job to do, I guess.
Yes. To the docks.
All right.
Da-da-da.
At most another 5 minutes walk, but you do manage to feel a little bit of sea breeze kind of coming over the hills as you smell the air. It smells like ozone, and you hear what sounds like the sound of birds and gulls, kind of like, cawing in the distance. You make your way towards the sandy beachhead where there does appear to be a relatively well-maintained dockyard with 5 different docks set up with quite a few different sized boats, most of them being fairly anywhere from like small little canoe style boats to like a little bit something larger that could fit a small crew. You see at one of the ends, you see Next kind of like talking with somebody at the moment, before he notices you over the individual shoulder in front of him, and he kind of like waves him off and says, you can hear briefly, "I'll be right back," and he makes his way down from the boat that he's on at the moment, down the gangplank, down to you, approaching him right now. He waves you down and he says, "Hey, I managed to get the boat for you. You have about 2 days worth of rental time. Please bring it back because I can't afford the deposit. But don't tell him that. But point being, just bring back the boat in one piece, please."
Oh,
Love Next.
he's never gonna see that boat again.
It just immediately, upon its maiden voyage, just finds an iceberg out in the middle of nowhere here, just crashes, goes into the sea.
The
Or into the lake.
Kraken pulls the boat down immediately upon leaving the docks.
But yeah, he's looking at you and he's like saying, he is looking for some kind of assurance from any of you.
We'll try.
Give him a thumbs up.
I avoid eye contact completely.
We'll try our very best. We'll
Like,
try our very best to bring the boat back.
Yeah. When we make it back, we'll have the boat with us.
Alright, thank you. I can't afford it on my wages. I don't want to.
No.
I don't want to bother my master about this because if I do, he'll kill me, or he'll kill all of you and then me, or maybe all of us together. I just
Tell you what, if we make it back and we don't have a boat with us, I will make you a new one.
you can make a boat.
She's very handy.
I work with a lot of wood. Now, it will be a flat bottom. So it's very good in like rivers and creeks and stuff. It's a style of my people.
So many jokes I could make.
Gosh.
Bite your tongue.
Well, I just want to say, thank you for taking on this job. I know it's incredibly dangerous. Try not to die. I have faith in you. Just be careful, okay? And he does look genuinely concerned here as he says that.
Just give him a-
That's so
just give him a-
nice.
I just put my hand on his shoulder and said, "We'll do everything we can. We'll do everything we can. At the very least, if we don't find your master too, we'll just let's find some answers for you."
It's a fellow apprentice, not master.
Yeah, you're not looking for the master. He knows what the master is.
Correction, apprentice.
Yeah. Well, just come back soon, okay?
Right.
Yes. Just step on the boat.
Yeah.
So as you step on the boat, you do see this little portly little compact dwarf with balding head and what appears to be a singular mustache. No beard, strangely, on this person. But he does look at you and he says, "Oh, right. What brings you all here? Can any of you, by any chance, drive this thing, or am I expecting to see that deposit after all?"
I can sail, yes.
Oh, thank God.
Driving
All right,
is what
so
you do with carts.
So that's I was a test. I was testing you, and he goes.
Good one, and I pat him on the shoulder.
He goes to after you pat him on the shoulder. He does extend out his hand out to yours. You know, intending to shake.
Shake his hand back.
All right. Anyways, what's your name, lass?
Oh, I haven't been called that in years. My name is Matilda.
Matilda, please bring my boat back.
Yeah, we just said we would. Yeah. What? You weren't listening?
I just wanted to make sure you understand how important this boat is to me. Thank you. Anyways, take care of.
Just,
Sorry.
I just lead it to Arvad and is like, does this entire town have like stocks and boats or something?
You might think he. Who knows?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Okay, well, we'll have to, okay.
I don't know what you guys complaining. I put all my money in the Titanic. Expecting an
Oh.
investment.
Oh, no.
Dude.
What's the Titanic?
Don't take us down this rabbit hole again with the whole insurance fraud thing.
Man, what a fool Dusk is investing in the Titanic. Everyone knows it's all in Zeppelins now. Anyways, the Hindenburg, I'm wondering is when I can't wait for it to, make me money back. That's where the real money's at.
No joke, I do love Zeppelins, though, and airships.
I am just going to quote a very great general who fought another great general in a galaxy far, far away.
The trap. Oh, it's Grievous.
Say that all you want. You're right. Hex is being a fool. He's put all his eggs in one basket. See, I've also invested in Blockbuster. Nothing could go wrong.
Oh no. Enron, man, that's where I put all my money actually.
Oh no. Oh.
Everything. Well, I can already see. Well, I can see you guys are saving for the future.
Ekram's digging that grave real deep.
But
So I feel like we should be in investing for you and me, Seth. Like I don't think our plans could ever go wrong. We're just making money here.
They just don't see the goal, not getting on the ground floor.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I've got this picture.
I just see
that I
like
want
the
to show you
knockoff
guys.
movie of The Wolf of Wall Street with you two on like some sort of like a crack death.
Yeah, just
Okay,
see
so
them
here's
just-
the idea.
Yeah, it's like if they did the Wolf of Wall Street and the Dictator with Seth Rogen and James Franco.
The hyenas of Wall Street.
Yeah.
Discount wolves, man. Discount wolves.
And then we just see Seth doing that scene with James Franco just going up and just looking at Seth, looking at Seth, just looking like, how dare you?
Wait, Seth.
And it's in
we
a
should call-
fantasy setting.
Yeah.
So they're the Knolls of Wall Street.
No.
The Knolls of
Maddie.
Waterdeep.
The dire gophers of Waterdeep.
Oh God.
The Tiger Gophers. Oh, CJ, thanks for the 100 bits cheer.
It always.
I'm
leads
going to
back
sleep
the
now, guys.
Gophers.
Take care. You guys have fun. Yeah, we will. Thank you.
See you, CJ.
But anyways, so he does finish shaking your hand and he says, "Just take care of the cipher for me." And he does begin to hop off on from the gangplank and get down onto the dock.
Now that we've gangplank,
What
what kind of boat are we talking about? This isn't a rowboat dinghy.
It's not a rowboat necessarily. It's a proper like very elongated kind of boat with a sail. This thing could seat about probably 7 people, 8 people comfortably. That's actually why you're able to bring your boar with you, because despite his size, he could just hop
that
on.
explains a
and
lot.
Mind you, he does rock the boat a little bit, but otherwise it does right itself, and you can in fact have your boar with you for this journey.
Rock the boat, don't rock the boat, bacon.
This is gonna be a long trip, isn't it?
Hopefully not too.
Yeah, but you've got. I'm sure you found your sea legs when last time you were in the ocean, huh?
That was a very long journey, and a while ago.
I pat you on the back and probably very traumatic.
It was fun until it was fun. Unless you count on seeing seasick.
Don't worry, it's got the little pipsqueak with the explosives on the side. He won't do anything foolish.
I just look at her and being like, you sure about that?
Yeah, cut off his access to gunpowder.
Yeah, we tried that the last time, and last time he shook the foundations of a whole beach.
Yeah, but last time he went off alone. This time he can't buy anything in the middle of the water, now can he?
Fair enough.
Anyways,
Besides, I'm keeping him sweet.
Go ahead, Cerulia.
When the name of the boat is mentioned, Cerulia blanches a little because she's wondering if the boat is named the Zero, the Nothing. If that's what the definition for cipher is, and what that means about the boat itself. Like, how big is the boat?
Just because you're the only one who noticed that is clearly the boat's name, you could roll an insight check if you want to find that out.
Wait, that's its actual name?
The cipher, yeah. SS cipher.
Oh, wait, must have missed that.
Do you think he actually had a cipher somewhere laying about?
You with that 12, you don't feel like this was a very clever way of saying 0 or anything like that, or at least not. He might be playing. If you play around with the letters a little bit, you might find another word, but you don't think he meant anything by it. So why he might have named it the cipher, you would have to ask him for details, but otherwise nothing like very inherent is in the name, or nothing you could see at least.
Is he still in within earshot?
At the moment, he is trying to unmoor you guys because he's assuming once you've all gotten on, which you have, that you guys are ready to shove off. So he is at the moment working on the mooring lines and getting them off to let you guys go.
Excuse me.
Yes, lass.
Why did you name this boat the Cipher?
Because I like word puzzles.
Cool. All right. All right, I'm ready to go.
It's mystery solved.
That's a good
we can all go
question,
home,
yeah.
everybody.
I just look just like. I just look and I just
Ibbity,
think into
that's
my
all,
mind.
folks.
And I just look and think into my mind. Oh, this is going to be a very long trip.
Give Arvad 2 thumbs up.
Don't worry. You have your booze. It's fine.
Not enough for this voyage. I should have brought the barrel with me.
If my hands weren't, don't worry. I'll keep you busy. I need
just
someone
look
to
at it-
adjust the sail with me.
All right.
All
right.
right. So with Arvad on sail duty, and of course, Maddie pointing herself the captain of the boat, and most likely, on steerage, you all you all shove off towards the center of this, where this river empties out into this lake. It will take you several hours, so if you guys have something you'd like to do or prepare spells, feel free to let me know at this moment. But otherwise, we're about to head into an interesting part of the journey. So
I'm going to check the hold. About 10 minutes into the journey, you hear snoring coming from upstairs.
Okay.
Oh,
all right,
no.
Dusk is napping. Got
Is
it.
Bacon sleeping again?
Bacon is at
That's just.
the trying to remember nautical terminology. Bow is the front of the boat, right?
That was the front.
Okay, so your
Stern?
front.
Yeah.
Oh, stern. Oh, okay, cool. Stern, at the stern of the boat, and I mean, you do notice a noticeable sag, but otherwise the boat isn't capsizing or nothing. But Bacon is at the front, and he's just letting the sea breeze and occasionally the splashes of water. Just keep him nice and cool.
I would like to. Richter gave me a bunch of foxgloves, but I don't know how many potions worth of foxgloves he gave me.
I mean,
Yeah, do I need to roll for that?
yeah. I mean, let me go ahead and roll for it. I want to see what you can make out of those small portions he did give you.
I should have rolled.
Ouch.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just stretching. So I'm sorry. What? Wait, Glitter. Were you rolling, or I'm sorry? Did you ask a question?
Ask you what to roll.
Oh, sorry. I was waiting for the roll. Okay, sorry. My bad. I was thinking.
It
you
happens.
you have a herbalism kit, right?
I don't see
Because I'm
it.
trying to remember. I'm trying to remember what we did the last time to determine this roll. Do you have any tool proficiencies?
Wait, what is
Because,
she
it might
trying
have
to
been
do? Maybe I can help.
Was there an alchemist kit they used last time?
Yeah, I think so. But she's trying to make potions out of some of the flowers that she was given. So literal health potions.
I think alchemy or herbalism kit, one of the two, right? Seth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be herbal. I think it should be herbalism, right?
Yeah, and then it gives you an added bonus on one of the skills it should mention.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't have either of those last time. I was just told to roll like medicine.
Oh.
Okay.
Whatever the DM wants, I guess.
All right. If that's what we did last time, I don't mind. We could roll medicine and see how it turns out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh no. What is with our luck?
Yeah. No. Right. Well, better to get them out of the way now.
It's true. That's true.
So over the course of 2 hours, I would say, you managed to make one potion. You did. It's very difficult to work with what you're working with. In your case, just for the sake of this, I'm gonna give you a herbalism kit. All right, I'm just gonna say you have one, just for the sake of this. With your herbalism kit, it is difficult as you're working from a place where it is currently you don't have a solid place to work from, because the boat is going through the water, and it does occasionally dip and upturn a little bit. Waves literally make it's not a solid place to literally work from. So unfortunately, because of that, constant undulating. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. Because of the constant undulating, it is difficult to do everything as carefully as you want. So you're only able to really make one little small potion for yourself over the course of an hour. Yeah.
All right.
Mind you, this is a 3-hour journey, so you could try 2 more times if you want to see how many more potions you could eke out.
Okay, let's do that because health potions good.
Yeah, potions are nice. They do yob. Another potion. Oh, okay, cool. Now that
there you go.
it took you to the final hour, but you did manage to actually adjust to the random undulations here and there, where it's no longer you have a steady hand again, and you managed to make 4 potions.
Sweet. So that would be 6 total.
Yeah, total if you want, but that does use up the last of your supply that was given to you from
Richter.
Richter.
I need to get you one of those kits.
All right,
Like one of those travel sort of like kits to make potions. Like I see he's struggling. And it's like, oh, I'm gonna get her some tools.
All right, I start handing out the potions. I give everybody one, and then I keep. Yeah, I keep myself. So
And which level is it, or is Hex gonna give them to us?
They're just you could just put it in your own inventory depending on how many she said she's given you. Essentially, they're just classic.
How many total?
They're-
I'll help you.
There's a total of 6 to hand out.
Okay. Healing potion. Oh no, is it cure? It's cure. Sorry. As you were, I'm just sailing.
Okay. So it does take you the journey through the water about 3 hours. Occasionally, Arvad, you do have to make adjustments for the sails to make sure you don't run aground or worse, go off in the wrong direction. But after about 2 hours and 45 minutes, I'd say, you do see this ominous and large white cloud appear to your northwest about, as you kind of turn towards the lake. And it is massive. It is covering an entire area of this entire lake. You imagine this is probably the fog that you've been warned about.
I think I found our fog.
There's 5 total in the party inventory, so take what you need. I've kept 1, so that makes 6.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And you said there's a storm?
Storm? No, it's just a large, big, fluffy white cloud.
Oh, the
fog.
cloud thing. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
How is the wind? Is it blowing directly to it, or do I need to go zigzag pattern, like stuff over stuff?
You need to zigzag because it isn't blowing directly towards and into the phenomenon in front of you. It is blowing off to the left. So you'd have to zigzag, but I mean that's not terribly difficult, and it's with your years of sailing, and
and I have sailed in real life too.
And point being, you have experience.
Yeah.
So, are you gonna head into the fog?
Yeah, that was the whole point, right? But before we do go straight into it, maybe our arcane-inclined people should take a look at it from a distance.
Yeah, it's about to say perhaps there's something that we can't see that other people overlooked or were unable to see.
So roll for Arcana.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want, yeah.
All right.
It's unnaturals early.
It's Arcana.
That sure is
Oh
unnatural.
no. This is heaven. Damn.
I just look at this and I'm just like, ugh, boy.
Hey, Cody, roll.
Oh jeez.
Oh yeah, I guess I'll roll for Cody because I mean they're not here. Give me a second. Where is his?
Cody, little baby Cody.
Oh yeah, wait. I keep forgetting he doesn't have his character sheet on here, so I can't roll
I
for
did.
him.
I did give him a card.
For
Oh,
fuck's
you
sake.
did?
Still?
Where is it? Wait, where is it? Because the only ones I see are Arvad, Dusk, Matilda, and Zerulia.
He has a character. We used it the other day when he was actually on.
Let me see. Characters. Oh, I see it. Or I think I see it. It doesn't have a name. It's just assigned to, Oh, wait, no, it's assigned to you. There you go. There it is. Never mind, found it.
Is that his?
Should be. I mean, it has Cody's, it has Foster's face. Well, I don't know why he has advantage, but he rolled. I'm gonna say
Oh.
he didn't roll high enough. Oh wait, no, that's a 10. He knows it's a natural.
Oh, wonderful. Anything else we should know?
I hold Grim Crow's close.
I just look at everyone. Well, are we ready?
No, but
You don't want to
no,
live
but
forever, do you?
I'm just like, no, I'm not ready, but let's do this anyway. And I start just taking a small sip from the flask, and then just put it back into me, like, crack my neck and be like, all right,
Okay.
let's do this.
I steered the ship directly straight into the mist cloud, and just like with a roller coaster, go like,
Got it.
Just
So
like-
with with you angling your water vehicle in the direction of the fog, you start zigging and zagging, and you go in. Suddenly, where initially there was still the sound of the crashing of the waves here and there, occasionally the birds that would fly over and caw out. Once you make it inside, there's immediate deafening silence, as if whatever noise that once surrounded you has decided to go away. And now that you're inside, you see the water where initially it might have been choppy in places here within the outside of the river and lake that you were traveling from. Within here, the water's dead calm. There is wind, yes, blowing here and there, but other than
I
that,
was just about to ask.
yeah. And it is pushing your boat, so you are able to still navigate at a far slower speed, but you are in fact still moving forward.
I just
So
So
there's
far,
like
so
a
good.
current then.
Yeah, I just slowly look around. I just slowly look around, look up, look in the air too, look around. It's just like, does anyone else feel that the boat has gotten slower?
By the way, when you do call out, and this is both from you, Zerli, and Arvad, because you guys are talking, there is a small echo effect from the last word that you used. Like good, or essentially there is a minor echo effect. So it's not completely silent, so to speak. The noises you were hearing were deafened, but you can communicate relatively well in here.
It makes me tense up a little bit, and I get quiet. Don't like that.
Me neither.
Oh my god, he's fucking sleeping.
I go downstairs and wake Dusk out. We're here.
Yeah.
5 more minutes.
Just kick him awake.
No, not 5 more minutes. Wake up.
Fine.
Yeah.
I will reluctantly head back to main deck.
All right. Well, Dusk, where you were initially enjoying the occasional cloud cover and the sun outside before you went down beneath the decks, you come out and you are surrounded by white cloud. Your vision, by the way, just as an addendum, has been lowered from a good solid like maybe mile and a half, which is like a few kilometers to you, Maddie, to suddenly only 100 feet in any direction.
As we're heading up to the top of the deck, I have to say to him, it's creepy out there. And then we go down.
It's just like-
Well,
Yeah. It just
Um,
asked me.
I should have mentioned this before we left, but is everyone tied up with like ropes and stuff to the mast?
We should start doing. We should start doing that now, while there's still time.
I'll just instruct Foster to get started on that.
I make sure that Grimray gets the rope too.
Also, I love how the meme page changed from Robin versus Slade to this lovely meme.
It's a good meme.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah. So we don't see any land ahead.
Not at
We're
the
still
moment.
moving. That's good. Yeah. Just,
How's
Mm-hmm.
You were saying this earlier?
how is the light in there?
Fairly bright. You could still. It's clearly daylight out here, and you do feel like you could see in very clearly every color. It's still fine out here when it comes to light.
So it's like that. So it's kind of like it's like small mist, nothing too thick.
Thick enough to stop you from being able to see for like relative miles around you, and only like up to the 100 feet. So it's thick enough to cover that, but otherwise it is thin enough to let light in, let you see very clearly, the world around you, or at least
Okay.
the immediate world around you.
She's
So-
thick, but without two C's.
Eh,
So, after about 10 minutes of you sailing in this soup, I'll say, you see thankfully you're traveling at a relatively slow speed, so you're able to halt it in time, Maddie, but you do see what appears to be landmass that seems to be approaching you and your hull. You zigzag in a few patterns. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I turn off the nitro.
This is a need for speed.
and again, you're very quiet.
I mean, that's on you.
That's not on me.
Is there anything loose on the deck of the ship? Except for, Matilda, but that's another.
Oh my god.
my God.
You're gonna get kicked overboard. I hope you know that.
There's a few empty barrels and crates, like one or two of them around. There's appear to be loose rope as well, and a few tools that might have been like left here to like help with the repairs of the ship. But I mean, depends what you pick up at that point.
I mean, fuck it. Tool should be fine.
I'll say you pick up a wooden mallet, a small one.
God, he's gonna do something stupid.
I take up the wooden mallet and I will focus and cast light bearer on it, basically.
Can you? Are you using the right microphone? Seth?
Basically, it's
'Cause-
a light. It's basically a light cantrip that allows me to cast the light spell.
Yeah, you're essentially casting light. Okay, of course. So with you tipping it, and you literally use it as almost a torch as you put it on the top of the mallet head, and it does produce light, which unfortunately doesn't really pierce the fog. It still gives you a bright light in your immediate location, though. And I mean, for what it's worth, that could be kind of convenient. As you slow down your boat, you do manage to moor it against the what feels like soft earth, as whoever decides to kind of look over the lip of the ship, you could see that the land you've literally landed upon appears to be purple.
Land
And
ho! And I don't mean material. Never mind.
I'm gonna smack
Again? You're making that joke again.
him. I'm going to smack him.
No.
I saw an opportunity and I took it. What can I say?
Again, you are either going. Just remember, you are just one bad day away from either getting kicked overboard, or something else happening.
Grimry, if I disappear, make sure the police know where my body was found. Thank you.
They'll never find your body.
so, I do have to ask: is anyone going to get off the boat and try to pull the boat further in to prevent it from just, sliding back, or what are you all doing now that you guys are technically?
I do my usual. I take a rope, I run to the prow, and I jump off like mid-water and run with the momentum of the ship so I can use the momentum and pull a rope so that the ship tries to moor itself.
It is thankfully very much. You notice a few things after you have run off and jumped over the lip of the ship and onto the ground below. You do notice that you sink about almost like immediately, like 2 to 3 feet, almost ankle, almost I would say shin deep. The whatever earth you've landed in is clearly kind of almost muddy, and it does bubble, and you unfortunately gag a little bit as there appears to be a very small undercurrent of rot and decaying moss of some sort or other. It smells awful. You after you gird yourself a little bit after the sudden assault to your sinuses, you immediately begin to pull in the boat, which, I mean, other than the difficulty of wading through all this mud as you just have to take large plodding steps through it, you do manage to help pull the boat, and I'm guessing the rest of you are going to help Matilda out to moor this to the mud itself as well?
Yes.
Okay. Like I said,
we're
same
doing-
thing. You begin to sink as you jump over, but
Yeah, as we're doing this, I'm just smelling the surrounding air, and I'm like, oh, what died in here?
Just keep on, yelling and stuff. Come on, heave! Go on, pull!
So I will say this, just for the sake of this, I won't have you roll, because thankfully you begin to notice really quickly that once you pull your boat onto the land, it doesn't take a long time for it to start sinking into the landscape itself, and it's almost getting wedged in there wherever it could find birches. And you have within, I would say, another 10-15 minutes, about pretty much a very wedged in and almost accidental port that you set up for your boat to at least stay there and not feel like it's going to slide back into the lake itself.
Oh,
Is it really
well,
looks like she's about to faint?
Yeah.
She's
call
not
it.
used to physical labor.
Just go up to her and be like, hey, you okay?
What?
And
This. Oh, so far, what do we know? You can barely see past a few miles. This place smells abhorrent. And so far, nobody's here.
I untie Grimray.
Well, so far. Sorry. Go ahead.
anti-Grimmery and have him go in Raven form and send him up into the air to see if he sees anyone or anything of note.
When she goes to fly up, and you're obviously seeing through their senses, it does appear to be like purple landscape that seems to extend out from where you guys are at. She doesn't see much further than the 100 feet that I mentioned, but she does see the vague form of shapes of some form or other of maybe shrubs and trees here and there, throughout the landscape in front of you. She doesn't get a lot of detail because, like I said, she can't really see out. This fog is thick enough to cover, unfortunately, your senses, but still bright enough to let you see, at least once again in your immediate area, the colors, and there's light. You thankfully aren't hard pressed for light out here at the very least.
Okay. Can I send Grimmery just like scouting around us, just sort of flying around?
I mean, you certainly may if you want.
Alright, do I need to roll for that?
Well, just tell me in which general direction Grimry would be heading. Would she heading? So, with your boat, the way you've landed, from the direction of your boat, are you going to go left, forward, or to the right?
Let's say forward.
Okay. So, with you moving, or with Grimry moving forward, as she's kind of like, and I'm guessing the rest of you aren't following along, or are you guys just sticking around here for now? I do want to know so I could decide how to describe this narratively.
I think we should.
It would
think
be
we should
best
just
if
stick
we
for
let
now.
her do her thing first. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, stick around. Just wait. See
Okay.
what happens.
Got it. So, let me see. I'm thinking. Alright. With Grimmy flapping her wings, and you probably wouldn't want to get her too far off the ground, so I'd probably say 50 feet off the ground as she's flying in the direction of the main mass of this bog or whatever you have to find yourselves on this landmass. You see what appears to be small little bogs of water, like nothing small, nothing larger than maybe a puddle's worth here and there. You see what appears to be just a undulating landscape of purple mud continuously, which is, by the way, I mean, I don't need to really state this, but just in case I have to.
Did you say purple mud?
Yeah, I mentioned that when you guys first landed. This is this
I must
landmass
have
is actually
Shit,
purple.
okay.
Oh. This not.
Let me
this-
Oh, that's bad.
The ground is the ground isn't normal. So unless this
We,
li-
st-
yeah, I
we
was about
stepped
to
into
say-
a giant muck Pokemon.
Yeah, oh God.
Might as well be. Go ahead and roll me a perception check for Grimmery, please, Zerulia.
Oh wait.
And it's been love and been love.
That seemed to be a roll for Grimmer. Which says passive perception alone.
I mean, I don't need the passive. Just go ahead and roll for it.
That's the thing, I don't see where to roll.
Go to her skills.
There's a good chance that it doesn't have that option. If you go to cohorts,
Yeah, I'm on
and
the
if you
page.
open up its sheet, there's a good chance that it might not even be clickable.
Yeah, no.
So you'll just have to like roll it and put like a number in the modifier box.
Yeah, just go ahead and roll a
Fix
d20 and
this.
we'll add the 1.
Yeah.
Right.
So 8. All right. So with that 8, your character, Grimmery, is flying over the landscape. It's very hard to like notice the very finer details from the air, but you could tell that this place looks relatively abandoned and quiet. There aren't even animals out and about or anything. No insect, no bigger things.
No plant
It
life.
is, yeah. I mean, there are a few trees here and there, but the trees all are, intermixed throughout the landscape at different intervals. It's not like a forest or anything, but these trees that are out here, they look gnarled and clearly dead. There isn't a leaf or anything growing from them, as they are just empty.
Let's see.
That's not good.
And the
Yeah,
more
no.
unnerving part is the quiet. There's nothing for Grimmy to listen out to. There is, I mean, other than the flapping of her wings, she hears nothing.
Alright, I would call them, and as they're heading back, I say to the group, Grimry doesn't see any animals, no people, no structures. It's all bog water, gnarled trees, just purple landscape. I'm not sure which direction to go.
So there's nothing out there?
Nothing that she could see. Also, can I roll to see if I know anything about this purple mud? I don't know if it's slowly killing us or anything.
Give me a second. Let me think about that. You can roll survival if you want.
I know about the purple mud. I don't know a damn thing about the purple mud.
You briefly lean down to clearly inspect it. You grab some of it in your hand to squish it, assuming that's what you want to do. But the point being, you do touch it. It does smell awful. You definitely feel like you want to gag, but other than that, you've been here for about, I would say, probably a total of 30 minutes. And other than the oppressing feeling of the atmosphere and being alone, you don't feel sickened. You don't feel poisoned. This doesn't feel like you're dying or anything. It just smells awful.
Okay, well, I definitely didn't touch it with my hands. I probably inspected on my shoes.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh,
Never mind.
no.
Well, you lifted it? Yeah, no, that's fair. Sorry, I didn't know how to narrate that, so I was like, okay, you're gonna inspect the ground to some form. Okay, that's all right. You just inspect your shoes. That's perfectly fine.
Is that it?
Oh yeah.
So we can't. So what do we do from now? We don't know what's out there, and we also don't. And there's outside of this disgusting mud and the trees that look like they're falling apart.
I don't know. What could we do? I mean, does the land keep looking purple throughout? Was that mentioned? Sorry.
Yeah. The landscape doesn't change colors. It is in fact still purple, as far as she sent her out, which I assumed like about 400, 500 feet, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, lordy Lou, okay. Well, I'm gonna, trudge, bacon off the boat and, into land. And then just keep moving.
Yeah.
Don't stand still too much in the pink goo.
Purple, but yeah. Can I roll for perception?
Sir.
Can I roll for perception?
Yeah, sure. What are you looking for?
I don't know. So maybe something just feels off. Well, obviously it feels off, but I want to see if I can observe anything further.
I mean, you may certainly try, yeah.
We have a good time for that 20.
Yeah, it would have been a perfect time for that 20.
Don't jinx it. All right.
That's pretty
14.
Good. It's not the worst. Maybe.
It's not bad.
It's not bad at all. With that 14, you listen out, you look around. you feel like there might not be based on there's not too much more to perceive from here the shoreline where you've made a brief land where you briefly decided to moor your boat from. You don't feel like there's too much you could really perceive from here other than what I've already kind of given you.
I would like to inspect one of the bogs that Grimry saw, so could we head that way?
The nearest bog would probably be about 80 feet away, so if you want the rest of your party to follow along, unless you want to go by yourself.
No, I'm inviting everyone. I'm curious about the bogs that Grimry witnessed. I'd like to see if there's possibly anything to them, since there's nothing else to witness here. Shall we?
All right, let's go.
Of course.
Start sludging it that way.
All right. Also, for the purposes of this, just because, I did mention that you guys are sinking in this, like, consistently oozy and just very soft mud. For the purposes of this is difficult terrain. So, your movement is, in fact, halved as you continue to walk through this, for combat purposes, as well as travel purposes. So, FYI.
So our movements are going to be slowed down a bit.
Some more than others. Like, obviously, you have your unarmored movement and everything, Arvad, so you definitely have a faster move speed than everybody else, but you're still slowed. So, anyways, but I was just explaining that for the purposes. So you trudge forward, all of you collectively. Matilda, are you riding Bacon or no? I'm just curious.
I think him having 4 legs displaces his weight a bit better. And since he's like this, you mentioned this sort of like a sludgy kind of, almost muddy kind of terrain, I would assume that a pig is more suited for this.
He is, but I mean, he's still slowed by it.
Oh yeah, no, slowed, but I mean, not like having a foot stuck in the mud.
I mean, yeah, he is struggling, but he's not going to get stuck anytime soon. Technically, none of you are going to get stuck anytime soon. It's just, it's very muddy water, or sorry, muddy landscape. So with everyone following,
I was about to say, I didn't know we were listening to classics.
No, no rock music here. You make your way forward, following Zerulia's footsteps as she makes her way towards where she initially sent Grimry in the direction of. The nearest small bog of water, mind you, these aren't, as you get closer, you can tell from where you're standing right now, even like 60 feet to 50 feet away, these aren't terribly deep. They're like more puddles than anything, but occasionally some of them do become proper large bodies of water. But for the one in front of you, it appears to be just like intermixed throughout the landscape of, consistent puddles of water here and there.
Okay.
I go peer into one of them and see, like, the quality of the water. It's muddy or if it's clear.
The water appears to be clear, so much so that you clearly see you see something in the water itself. I'll say, would you mind rolling me a perception check?
Everyone or just Zerulia?
Jesus. Everybody, come on!
Oh my god.
I mean, technically, I'll say this. You do go to peer into one of these pools, and you could clearly see a very weirdly shaped rock in the center of it. All of you see her peering into the water itself, and she does appear to be, like, inspecting it thoroughly. So if you guys want, you guys could sidle up to her and just look down if you want. Or you guys could do your own thing. But who wants to look into the same water pool that Zerulia is at the moment?
I'm gonna check. I'm gonna see if I can roll for this one. So perception check on mine.
Yeah, go for it. you both are staring at the same rock. It does. You feel it's a little bit more defined than Zerulia because Zerulia might be a little bit distracted for one reason or other. Probably dealing with Grimmery, like kind of like getting snugly in her hood or something. You're not sure, but there is something that interests you about the rock, but you can't tell why.
Hey guys, come look at this rock.
What, the rock?
There's something odd about this rock too. I can't put my finger on it either.
Okay. And I just, I go down to check on the rock, I guess. Dusk, come on, you've got good eyes, right?
You get a perception roll. You get a perception roll.
Dusk has Aardvark's quarterstaff and is tapping it around like a blind man.
No.
What do you need?
How do you have his staff?
Yeah. Plus, I'm pretty sure I would whack you in the head before you touch the staff.
Sleight of hand's a hell of a drug.
Boy, give me my staff. What's wrong with you?
All right. So who's gonna go inspect this strangely shaped rock?
Please keep this rock.
Please get a 10. That's all I'm asking for any of you.
I was literally just 1 point behind.
Yay!
Here's a rock.
Oh no.
Okay.
You both look over, the both of you, Dusk and Matilda, as you kind of like come up beside both of these two individuals staring at the rock, thrown off by why they might be staring at it, and you begin to see what exactly it is that, catches their attention. Despite the mud that seems to be kind of caked onto its side and throughout the area, you could see what appears to be a chin of some sort or other, of a skull of a humanoid individual just jutting out. And you could see, despite the mud kind of kicking inside, there appears to be an eye socket. This appears to be a piece of a skull of some sort covered by the mud.
Wait.
Okay, not what I was expecting.
Well, at least we know what's partially responsible for the foul smell here.
Oh, is this information been passed on?
Yeah, are you guys passing that information? Because I'm telling you what you guys see. It's just a question of what do you say to the rest of the party.
Is there any foliage, like trees or branches or stuff that I can pick up?
About, I'd say 30 feet to your left, you do see what appears to be one of the gnarled trees I was talking about. You can probably borrow one of its branches. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to take like a sturdy stick and use it like a lever to like sort of hinge up this rock from the pool. I'm gonna stick my hands in there.
Oh,
Strange
no.
Strange looking rock. It almost looks like a head
Oh.
from an angle.
I just look at it and I'm just like, wait. I think it is a head.
No.
Yeah, you guys begin to see it now that it's mentioned, and your brains are not connecting the dots. I'm like, oh, that is a skull. Matilda, you go over and snap off one of the sturdier looking branches from this thing. It didn't take too much effort from you, not just because you're strong, but because this is clearly a very dead tree. This has been here a while, and it is not getting any nutrients of any form. It has died. You pull it off, and with relative ease, like it takes you 1 or 2 tries, kind of like one of those crane games that what was it at a one of those arcades. It takes you a few tries, but after like the 3rd try, you manage to kick the rock out of the pool, and as it rolls around, it does appear to be a humanoid skull. Caked in mud.
Okay, so, I go to our morbid girl in chief, and I hand it off to Zerulia. I was like, here, can you, like, tell how long this has been here? Like, or what the cause of death might have been? I'm pretty sure this won't be the first one that we'll encounter.
Alright, I take the skull gingerly. What would I roll to find out these things that she was asking me?
So what were the questions again? Just so I know.
How long has it been dead?
Yeah, how long's it dead? Cause of death.
I'll say this. Go ahead and roll me a medicine check.
Baby.
There is nothing on this thing other than the calcium and bone. Everything that might have been organic has clearly either like rotted away or anything. So this person has been dead a long time. Not enough to decay the bone. It does feel when you kind of handle the skull itself and clean off the worst of the mud on top of it. This person might have been dead 10, 15 years maybe.
Oof.
I can't tell
Well,
the
that's
cause
not
of death.
good.
This person's been dead for at least a decade, possibly more.
Well,
Sorry.
how long has this place been here?
I think
Do we
Alcom said it
remember?
was. I think Alcom said it just came. It came one day. It came one day not too long ago. But that doesn't make sense.
But Ekram's old. Like, I mean, is it like what's that? Like a year? Like,
Roughly.
how could a person that's been dead for 15 years be here?
That's what I'm trying to understand. No one decays that fast.
I would like to roll to find out if I know about like cursed locations changing the location. Or something
I'll
along
say
those lines.
I'll say you won't have to roll for that. You do know that there are myths and rumors about location, not necessarily locations, but sometimes entire buildings or entire landscapes that move from place to place. Most of them are floating, but you have heard of some that just appear out of nowhere and appear and become part of the landscape around it.
Alright, I kind of remember this to Arvad while I'm still looking at the skull and I'm trying to think of what to do with it because I don't want to just leave it here. I end up wiping it down with a cloth and putting it in my bag.
You have a skull in your bag? Alright, cool.
Pretty still.
Oh no.
You can't take that skull with you. That could be somebody's relative. Put that back.
I'm sure they wouldn't want this to be their final resting place.
Exactly, we'll bring them back. Maybe they know them.
Maybe Ekram has a nice place for them.
Ekram has a nice place for everyone, and it's usually 6 feet under.
Where else would this person go?
Who wants to roll a d20
He's
for
got
me?
the point. Oh, I'll do that. That's fine. That's a 6. Goddamn.
Can I take a shot at it?
No, I just needed one roll.
The die
But
has
thank
been
you.
cast.
Yeah. You can get the next one if you want, Arvad.
All right.
Yeah, you're
But for
lucky
now-
way better.
Or not.
Oh no, it's okay. Don't worry. I have my results here. All right. Anyways, continue.
Okay.
I start walking around the bog to see if I find any other body parts or things that removed.
Okay, so I'm guessing you're just continuously inspecting each pool of water here. For now, I could say this without necessarily a perception check. All these pools of water surprisingly clear, despite the sourness and smell of the landscape. The water itself seems to be, for some reason, clear. And as you stare into each pool, now I'll need your perception check.
Okay.
Us? All of us, or just
I mean, it depends on is anybody following you, or are you guys following her as she's kind of like going about inspecting all these pools of water here and there?
I guess
Join me in the bog
we're all.
search.
Yeah, I guess we're all going in the same direction. So I guess you could say that. So perception roll.
Okay.
say so?
Nice.
Yes.
Oh, you got a 21. God damn it.
What about you, Dusk? Are you gonna join, or are you just gonna? What are you gonna do?
Man, that's a pretty
Sethy,
gnarled
Sethy, come on
tree.
now.
That's a pretty gnarled tree. Sorry, did you say something?
Pay attention.
You
Alright.
need to keep talking.
Does my danger sense proc anything?
Not at the moment. You guys aren't in immediate danger, at least from what you could tell from your own senses now.
My sweet Hex, I didn't ask about them, I asked about me specifically.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Then you're
wow.
right. Then let me
Oh,
continue by
wow.
stating the same thing I already stated. You are safe at the moment.
Okay, thank God.
Well, I don't know about them,
Well,
but thank God I'm okay.
thank the Raven Queen. I'm fine.
Well, I hope. Well, I
Oh,
certainly hope
wow.
you. I certainly hope you and your mistress have had a well budding relationship, because I'm debating sending you to her.
So
Raven
I'll
Queen.
say. Oh, go ahead.
Oh,
I was just gonna say, Raven Queen says it's my turn with the brain cell.
oh.
Mom said it's my turn. God.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so I'll say you take about 10 minutes because, like I said, there's multiple blogs. It's not like you're looking in one and getting the answers, but you do collectively as a group occasionally move out and spread out throughout this little area. And for the moment, you peer into every body of water. You see some deeper and larger than others, but others smaller and more easier to inspect.
Oh my God, I recognize that body in the water. Oh wait.
No, you don't.
Oh my God. This again.
So,
These guys.
as early as Matilda, you see
Yes?
this is, and this applies to Arvad too, but I'm gonna give more detail to Arvad in a second.
All right.
All three of you see what appears to be a smattering of corpses in various levels of decay. Some of them being full on cleaned off, like the skull that you guys had initially found. You see some who may have died like within probably the last few days. Others that have clearly been here far longer. And among the bodies and skeletons and other individuals left here, there appear to be a smattering of rotted weapons, rotted shields, other maces, weapons, armor that are in various forms of decay. This may look like a battlefield. Or might have been a battlefield at one point. Or maybe somebody just drags
Kinda
corpses
like
here and drops them
Murkwood.
off for fun.
I'd
Maybe.
lean over to Zerulia and whisper in her ear, so you're planning to have space in that bag for all of these, or?
I get a little overwhelmed and shake my head and then just drop to my knees and start saying a prayer for all of them because I know I can't fit them all in my bag.
I stop for a second, and I feel the air is still right.
I'll say for the purpose of this, a little bit. There's still a soft breeze, but it isn't loud. You just feel it occasionally. But yeah.
Yeah, I just go to.
I drop to a knee immediately, and I immediately start praying to the Raven Queen again.
I go to Matilda and saying, the more I look at this place, the more I see this as the aftermath of a battlefield.
Speaking of which, by the way, I still
Agreed.
have actually.
An old one.
Yeah.
I do want to
Great.
say, by the way, one little addendum to you, Arvad, because you actually rolled really well. Arvad, you do see these corpses, and you don't know how they got here. They all look armed. There's a very good chance this might have been battlefield. You don't know for sure, but you do know one thing. In the middle of one of the larger bodies of bogs around here, which does appear to be fairly, let's say it'd be 10 to 15 feet in any one direction. Towards the center, there does appear to be something floating in the middle of the water.
That's not good.
In the middle of that water, you do see. Yeah, actually, you rolled really well. I'll give you this. What appears to be the hilt of a weapon. Very good chance it's a sword of some sort. It does not appear mired or touched by rust or mud.
I just walk up to the sword and just look at the handle and just be like,
Before you do that, I would like to preface this by saying it's in the middle of the bog. Like, it's in the dead center, so you'd have to go into the water. You don't know how deep it is. It is clear. At the edge, at the very least, you could step in, but you don't know how deep it gets before you have to go towards the center where the hilt of a sword might be.
Are there rocks around this place? Like small stones?
There's stones. There, like I said, there's technically weapons and rotted shields and stuff. There's a lot to pick up from here that you can toss if you're looking to toss something.
Yeah, I just pick an old axe head that has part of its handle and just throw it into the water. See if it falls in.
Yeah, you pick up an axe head and you just like toss it and immediately lands with a thick splish, sending water all over here and there, and you can see it begins to sink. And then dead silence and quiet.
I just look at it like,
no reaction.
Yeah, that sounds way too coincidental. I just call the others and be like, "Hey guys, come look at this."
Okay. Cautiously, at least.
Yeah. There appears to be a weapon that doesn't seem unaffected by this place.
Finish up and
Yes,
time to
but
take a look.
why?
That's what I want to know.
This seems like a trap.
I know. That's what I was considering getting it, but then I threw an axe head just to see if there was anything in the water, but I'm not nothing's happened, but I'm not convinced.
Seth is not a trap for the last time, guys. Come on, get it out of your heads. God.
Oh.
We're not talking
If not
about
trap,
those
then
kind.
why look like trap?
I push the miner forward. And I say, do your
You've been
and I do the Jack Sparrow, wibbly hands in front of you. It's about to touch this thing.
Oh,
Don't.
he's not here though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know, but his character is.
We are not touching the strange sword because one, we don't know where it's been, how long it's been there, or what it's capable of.
Yeah, and with him, we don't have to.
We are not sending the noted midget to go and touch a sword. He's already dangerous as it is.
Who says he needs to touch it?
Yes, but from a distance they could investigate it though.
I'm trying to channel my inner Foster, but I want to touch it.
Please don't.
Yeah, all I know what I'm doing.
Again, please don't. For all you know, that could be one of the cursed weapons that we saw from not too long ago.
Yes, but could we not try and tell from a distance?
You can cast Identify or whatever the hell your ritual did last time.
Let me look at Identify real quick, because I'm
He
curious if
doesn't
you're able
need
to identify something from a distance.
He doesn't need to touch it per se, but
Yeah.
Let's see, Identify. Alright, Identify, Ritual. Well, I mean, he can do the ritual, so it's fine. It'll take 10 minutes, but he can do it. Choose one object that you must touch throughout the casting of the spell. So, yeah.
Okay,
Rest my
fine.
case. Yeah.
You know what?
Uh-huh.
Is it? What exactly is stuck in the
Yes?
ground here?
It looks like
Yeah,
the hilt of a sword in the bog. You can't see the rest of the sword because, you can see it's clearly stuck in what appears to be a center mound. Because, like I said, the water is very clear, so you can see this. What appears to be a center mound that it's just stuck in the mud, literally.
If anything happens, you guys have got me, right?
You're gonna touch it, aren't you?
I grab
I
it.
start tying a
it.
rope around his waist.
I grab it.
So
He doesn't even have time to do that.
you do have to dive into the water to get to the center mound. Are you gonna?
Oh.
Do that? Yeah, this isn't a easy
in the
reach thing.
middle of
We're not standing in the pool of water. Okay then.
No, I didn't.
No.
I didn't assume anyone went into the water. All right.
We're not
Dolphin
in my
dive.
basement.
Dolphin
Oh,
dive
God.
into
No.
a facsimile for
Kiddie
Glitter's basement.
So, without a word of warning, he just, I'll do it. Boom, boom, shh.
Oh
What
my
are you
God.
doing?
He just jumped in.
He just jumped in.
That
Save him,
boy.
chum, save him. Six
Oh,
plan, six plan.
This boy.
But
And you say I have a death wish.
I never
So,
said
they
you
was-
did. I said you got your sea legs after you blow up.
Dusk. With no true worry as the water touches your skin, nothing tingles or nothing. You're perfectly okay. It's just like wading through clear water as you're pushing forward. It doesn't take you longer than I'd say probably 10 seconds, but you do see at the bottom of the lake what appear to be more corpses, sadly. And it is fairly
So these
deep. It's
Pause.
Yeah, go ahead.
These corpses, you said they are a mix of rotting and brand new.
like I said, it's a mix. It's some do have skin attached to them, and some look freshly dead. Others look like they've fully just become skeletons. Yes.
Before I
The
touch
thing-
this thing,
Uh-huh.
I call back to the group. Do you ever find it kind of weird how it's almost like a very large portion of people have gone missing here and the town's not too worried about it?
That's true.
I'm just
I mean,
staring
what are
at
they supposed to do?
Well, yeah. Literally anyone who's come in this place has hardly come out, and we still don't know why.
Yeah, but look around.
Yeah.
This is not just decayed ancient ruins that floated into the bay, but like these are fresh corpses. This guy died yesterday.
So speaking of a guy who died yesterday, when you get to the center and you begin to grab the, you said you were grabbing the sword, right?
I'm gonna grab the sword, yes.
All right. As you make your way up the little small mound of hill that does appear to be in the center of this bog, and you grab onto the hilt, you look down, and clearly this weapon is piercing through a currently rotting and dead body as well. Or are you still gonna pull out the weapon, or no?
Hey guys, I recognize this body in the water. Can I drag this body with me?
No.
As in, not pull it out of him. Can I pull it closer to land?
You could. So okay, it is still stuck in the mud because it's pierced like all the way through and into the landscape.
Oh, so it's like
It's
bastard
wedged
sword length in him into the ground.
Yeah, well, it's a fairly long, like it's probably as long as your arm, so it's not fully like to the hilt in him, but you could still see some of the sword like it's partially stuck in him and into the muddy ground itself as well.
Okay,
Or at least
that's
you can
interesting.
feel it as you pull it around.
All right, I stop. I'm not going to pull it out of him or him out the ground either. But what I will do, I'll take the rope
Oh, what
back
changed your
instead.
mind, huh?
No. Something's interesting about this. I wrapped the thing in rope, right?
Mhm.
The hilt specifically, like over the. I'm assuming it's got like a crossguard, right?
Yeah, it's got a crossguard and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over the crossguard and make sure it's tied on securely enough.
As
Where it
you
won't
go over
fall
the
off.
cross guard, by the way, and I do want to emphasize this, there does appear to be a nice, thick red ruby in the center of the cross guard, and you could also see that the hilt is not just any kind of hilt; it is made of silver, and it has some what appears to be. I'm trying to remember how to describe this. It appears to be plant-like motifs throughout.
Do it me a favor. Can I roll a history check to remember the details on? I've forgotten the name of the axe that we have. Oh, what is it called? Damn it.
or something.
Iker. Fuck. I know it. Yeah, you're right. It's Iker something.
Licorice.
Nope. Iker.
Wrong.
Iker.
Oh, hey, Brodozer.
Bigger spring?
Okay.
Is that it?
Oh.
Iker Spring. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
God,
design,
okay.
because these were all designed at the same time. I'm assuming they have I would
Similar
have
motifs.
the similar motifs, similar craftsmen working jaws and whatnot. Can I tell if they're the same type?
You. Hmm. I'm trying to think of what kind of roll this would be. I mean, I'll say you could do one of two rolls, and I'll tell you which one's the easier roll. But it's up to you if you decide that one should be the way you go.
Hey, I'll tell you which one's the easier roll. Okay, after.
Yeah, history would be the easier roll, but you can in fact try to perceive it instead.
Perception. Okay, so funny enough, history would not be the easier roll because I got a -1 in that.
Okay, then you might want to take perception. It is the harder roll.
jeez.
It is the higher DC.
Ooh, how much higher? How very high?
I
Or-
can't tell you that.
I'm not
Now,
saying.
that
I'm not
one-
saying. I'm not asking numbers. I'm just saying. That's considerably higher. Or yeah, there's a chance.
It's a relatively harder chance.
That was not the answer I was looking for.
I'm not making this easy for you, man. I'm just letting you know one is easier than the other. How much easier? You'll find out.
Well,
Guess what? I'm gonna roll this, and if it's rolled low, remember that it's Ardvar's fault for rolling a natural 20 before the game started.
you were the one who decided to jump into the pool. And
It was
touch
all
the
me.
sword.
It was all me. He had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
That's a
You-
17.
Oh my god.
You jumped into the pool. I just told you don't go in there, and you went there regardless. So you have only yourself to blame.
I'll say with your
Legally
history check
do.
of 17, there is a similar quality, but where you remember seeing the weapon, Icar Spring was initially meant as a set of seasonal weapons, literally modeled after the seasons themselves. And they're usually one-off items that were developed by the gods themselves to represent those seasons. So that means even despite the spring motifs, this is probably not one of them. But it is still. But with that history check, as you really inspect this weapon, it's clearly magical. This is clearly a nice magical weapon. It is not one of the legendary weapons like you have right now.
Okay, so it's not
Sorry,
designed in the
legendary
same way.
Yeah. Sorry, let me.
What's
Yeah,
that?
no, not designed in the same way. And let me. Sorry, I said something that isn't completely true. Legendary items, not just weapons. Legendary items.
I getcha.
Okay, so as I'm finished tying this thing off with the one end of the rope, I say, so these are one of two things happens. There was once a story that Ma told, after a fight about
Your mother?
a would-be, not my.
Your
It was
ma?
a story of a young boy who would be king, who pulled a sword for a stone, and he got wealth and glory. But I don't think this is one of those cases. So prepare for it to go very, very wrong. And I swim back with the other end of the rope.
All right. So with the other end of the rope and you tugging on it, there's plenty of slack. So it's just a question of when you want to start pulling. Trying to pull it with you. Or are you gonna get to shore and then help your friends help you, or are you just gonna try to pull it along with you?
I'll get to shore because I can get purchase on the floor,
Okay,
basically
cool.
over there.
I had a feeling. I like checking. So you begin to pull. Does anyone help or?
Oh yeah, of course I pull.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me an athletics check at advantage. There, Dusk, because you have a bunch of people helping you literally play tug of war with this blade stuck in there.
At advantage. Got
Oh.
it.
Is your athletics good? Otherwise, I may wanna roll.
No, it's absolutely shite.
He's the barbarian. I hope it's good.
It better be good.
Oh yeah. Okay, you've got the same bonus as I
25.
do.
25,
so-
not bad.
Funny enough, with the initial tug, as you just kind of command everyone at the same time, you just pull, and then quickly you just see the sword pop, and just kind of pull out, and immediately begin to kind of float to the bottom before you begin to kind of pull it. The person that it stabbed through, begins to lightly roll against the little mound that was in the center and begins to float down further into the pool. The weapon is being pulled in your direction, and with a combination. Oh, go ahead.
As I'm pulling it in and I see him float off in the water, I say, we all float too, and keep willing in.
Oh my god, you gave it like an fucking It reference.
I don't know where the hell these are coming from, but you know.
I just look
Oh,
at
Jesus.
I just look at him as he's pulling this, and I'm just thinking, there's something deeply wrong with that boy.
Anyways, so with the weapon now in your possession, as you begin to pull it away towards you or towards yourselves, you begin to inspect the blade, and other than the mud and ichor that seems to kind of coat the center of the weapon, you might need to clean that off. It looks pristine. It looks interesting. And I'll say it's incredibly sharp, despite you don't know how long it's been here, but the fact that it doesn't seem less dull is a little strange, to say the least.
Bring that here. I want to roll to see if it's cursed.
Good idea.
Rolling Arcana.
Watch.
I've done.
You have no idea at the moment. You know it's magical. But past that, you don't know what it does.
Sorry, so I did. Oh, sorry. I have touched it, right?
You have touched it, yes.
Okay, nothing. I didn't have a heart attack.
Yeah, you didn't immediately die now. Are you guys gonna wait the 10 minutes? Yeah. Are you guys gonna wait the 10 minutes for him to ritual cast identify and figure out what the deal of this weapon is, or what are you guys gonna do?
We may need to, yeah. But in the
Yeah, wait
meantime,
for
I'll
it.
try and set up like a mini perimeter.
Yeah, I'm just gonna observe this and back away slowly in the event some sort of demon or entity just comes out of the sword and starts proclaiming something.
I would like to look into the bodies that we see and see the most recent ones. If there's any way I can try to, now that I know you can stick your hand in the water without instantly dying, if there's some way I can go through their belongings and try to identify them.
If you were to say that out to Dusk, I'd just spat my coffee out and say, "Wait, you're gonna die if I go in the water?"
What do you mean? Of course we wanted you not to jump in there.
Why did
Anything
no
could have
one
happened.
Why did no one stop me?
I literally said, "Don't go in there," and you went and just dived in there like you were trying to do an Olympic breaststroke.
Well, next time I could
I wanna
speak up.
I want to ground you so
walk off.
bad.
Can I please?
I want to ground you so bad.
I look up to Matilda and it's like, "Can I please just whack this boy with the stick one
Yeah,
time?"
of course you can. Whack him.
Gladly.
like a
I just pull up the. I
hit
just
the
pull
Seth
the
pinata.
staff.
It's for your
I just-
own good.
I just pull the staff and whack him upside the head.
And I use my superior athletic skill to dodge.
No,
can
no, no,
try.
no, no.
Nah, just whack him upside the head, and I'm just like, next time you do this and you get possessed as dismembered.
Hang on a second. Roll. I refuse. Could you roll that attack, please, at disadvantage? Because it's difficult terrain, and I'll dodge
Oh,
that difficult
for
terrain too.
fuck's sake.
You don't
going
get
to-
disadvantage due to difficult terrain.
He's moving towards me. I see it coming.
No, I don't.
Are
need
you
to
taking the
move.
dodge action technically?
I'm
Because
gonna
I'll
take the
say-
dodge action.
You too.
I'm rolling.
Alright. Go
You
ahead and roll the
too.
attack. Don't roll damage, just roll the attack.
Look, as
Roll
a
the
warrior, my honor is being called into question here. Okay.
It's
You're
not your honor, it's
14.
My
it's not your
martial
honor that
prowess.
is being. Your honor is not being called into question. It's more of your stupidity. Because you're
Go ahead
jumping
and
head
roll-
first.
Roll the
Now
attack,
you're gonna-
Arvad.
Or is it? You're gonna jump in head first and then later need first aid.
And roll at a disadvantage because, once again, he is taking technically the dodge action.
Okay, so disadvantage.
Cleric and I hate you both.
Don't roll damage because I'm assuming this is. Despite the conversation, I'm still assuming this is playful.
Non-lethal is what you're trying for.
Non-lethal, yes.
Okay, damn.
No,
I can't protect you from that.
No, because the thing is, I don't want to hurt him enough where it's just like, oh God, he's in severe pain. I'm hurting it enough to discourage foolish behavior so he doesn't do this stuff again.
Look, but the thing is, you're declaring it non-lethal, right?
Yes.
So the thing about non-lethal damage, it doesn't prevent damage from actually happening. You still do the full amount. It just takes into account if you do enough damage, instead of, the opponent immediately dying or going to death saves, they go unconscious. So you still do the full damage if you declared non-lethal.
Stop hitting the child.
This is called discipline.
One more roll, please.
Oh.
Woo! There's that one I was talking about.
Oh.
Oh.
Unfortunately, the sinking of the your feet in the mud, unfortunately, throws off your aim really hard, and you actually overshoot and swing at pure air.
So now, regarding that non-lethal damage that he didn't inflict, I do it instead with vicious mockery. I don't have the spell for it.
Oh.
Yeah, you're not a bard, but alright.
I just point the staff in the air. You are very lucky. Then you are very lucky. This muck threw me off by an air.
All of you,
Okay.
roll me a wisdom saving throw, please.
I can't hear him over the sound of myself laughing.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yep, I need a wisdom saving throw from everybody, please.
Wisdom saving throw.
I got a 1. Again! Fuck my rolls today.
21.
So, Arvad, I promised you a d20. Go ahead and roll me another one, please. Or go ahead and roll me one.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, cool, 18. Let me see what the
An
result is on
18,
that.
yeah, that's fine.
We only have to fight 4 dire werewolves.
Only 4. Lovely.
Sorry, I forgot. Zombie dire werewolves. Don't you dare write that down, Hex.
No,
And
there's
what-
something else going on.
Oh,
Wait,
jeez.
I'm just gonna
Okay.
quote Carter. I'm just gonna quote Carter from Rush Hour. If we survive this, I'm gonna kill you.
No. We could have had something special. What, you crazy ass bitch?
Guys, I figured out the twist. We're riding an Alaskan bullworm right now, and we don't even know it.
An Alaskan what now?
Bullworm.
Okay,
That's not
so-
an Alaskan bullworm. That's the tongue of an Alaskan bullworm.
SpongeBob
Maddie,
reference.
I need you to roll me 2d6, please.
Yes.
One at a
Oh,
time.
No.
4.
That is a 4. And that is a 1.
There's a
So,
concerning amount of dice that's being rolled right now.
so for the d4, positive or negative?
Oh, you wanted me to roll a d4.
No. For the 4, the total 4 from the d6. Positive or negative?
I get to decide, so positive, I guess?
Okay. So
You
then,
should've chose negative.
let's see then. Oh, you're not
What are
gonna like
these
this.
choices? I'm not
You should have
prepared.
chosen the other one. Why would you choose the positive?
So,
Why would I not choose
What-
positive?
What's the
Maddie,
trick question?
Matilda, as you're watching this, I don't even know what to call it, but this entertainment here in front of you, and as you kind of softly smile to yourself, you feel warm. You feel
Oh, no.
suddenly a sudden sharpness of pain as you kind of double over momentarily, and you feel like something's going on with your body. Something is clearly changing.
That's not good.
You
I
said
need you
pain, so
to-
not euphoria then.
So I need you to add a +2 to your intelligence and -2 to your strength stat, as your body goes through a rapid change.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll
You
take
got
a
smarter
screenshot of my stats.
Yeah. Make sure to keep that saved up.
Yeah.
But you do get weaker, literally physically, but you do get smarter.
So she
14
traded-
strength and 10 intelligence.
My
So she traded
games.
brains for part.
her
Oh, my
brain
age is
cannibalized
finally
her.
catching up to me. Oh,
Yeah. And that occurs.
I just look at my hands and I'm like, okay, something's wrong here. I
Yeah,
seem
the
to
intelligence sat
have
to know something happened.
I look over to our tall redhead and... Did you lose weight?
Right, okay, that is no way to talk to a woman. I've told you this before. No,
I
I
mean,
seem to have
yeah,
become afflicted by something unexpectedly on my
You look-
person.
No, but you look...
Leaner.
smaller? Like,
Leaner.
yeah.
I have not diminished in stature.
No,
I have,
mean,
however, lost a bit of muscle mass.
Yeah, you're looking a little. That's why you said you look a little thin.
Yeah,
Are you
that
okay?
shouldn't happen
Yeah,
so quickly.
we need to either complete our business here or get the fuck out now, because I feel like I'm diminished.
Point made.
We still have to wait on...
Zerulia, could you have a look? Zip it. Zerulia, this is more important than you, little man. Zerulia, can you have a look at my body, because it's not doing too good.
I didn't mean to do that. I do want to cast Lesser Restoration though. I want to try that.
All right, you're gonna
May
attempt to
want
cast
inspect me
a.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
can I inspect her? What do I use for that medicine?
I'm crouching down by Foster.
I mean, you could look over her medically. Sure, go for a medicine check. So, just based on like touching her and everything, and giving her a once over medically, not much has changed, but there is a noticeable difference in her body mass index. Clearly, whatever she seems, it's almost like she rapidly atrophied for some reason. But past that, you don't know what really happened. Not medically, you'd have to Arcana
Not
check.
something
But,
good.
but
Just
I'll say
saying.
because I'll say you could roll at advantage though because you did so well on the medical check.
Okay, sweet. Oh, wait, how do I finish? Understand.
Okay.
Alright, check
Yeah.
the nice boots.
Yeah, clearly whatever afflicted her, there's no disease on Earth that could have affected her this rapidly. So whatever happened to Matilda clearly has some magical stake in it, and I'll say you don't know the source, but you do know based on that 19, you feel like Lesser Restoration could at least help her out.
Okay, so I would like to cast that. Don't seem to be doing it right.
Okay. That's one less spell, so mark that off your spell slot. Maddie, if you so choose, you can in fact go back to your original stat line.
Yes, please. I would like to be myself again. Here we go. Oh, I just start hugging Zerulia. Like, oh,
Oh.
oh, at least they're one of the good ones. And I just look at Dusk and I start glaring.
Back's turned towards you. Doesn't even faze me.
Uh-huh.
Just looks. He's just like Then internally he's just like, why do I feel this internal felt of dread like I failed?
He's such a nerd, though.
Yeah, I just look at this.
Like, it's just.
Hey, my
Yeah,
danger sense hasn't gone off yet. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, this place is clearly has some sort of magical effect on flesh. Some kind.
Oh, yeah.
Some kind. Go ahead.
I was gonna agree and say, like, to say the least.
Yeah. Whatever this thing is, probably, I think it might be drawn to warriors.
I shine my mallet around. Do I see anything
Yeah.
in any shadows moving around?
Other than the ones you're casting in your, whatever ones that end up being cast from the your friends around you, no, not really.
Oh, I never got to finish searching the bodies. I was trying to see if any of them were Oleg.
Oh yeah. you could certainly start looking through them. As you kind of like, you do have to die for a few, unfortunately, but as you kind of pull some of them out and you begin to inspect them,
Jason's mother hops out the lake and drags you down to the bottom.
Oh no.
Pamela
Oh
Voorhees
my
is not in
God.
this universe.
not yet. But I'll say you begin to expect some of the fresher ones. None of them appear to be as you kind of rifle through their stuff and grab some, random assortment of goods and things, trying to inspect who these people are. I won't even have you roll for them. You don't find too much, but most of them have like I said, rotted weapons, armor, shields, stuff like that. You do manage to find, probably just for the sake of this, 10 silver and 2 gold pieces for yourself if you want, and like 33 copper pieces. But ultimately, nothing that gives away necessarily their identities. But you could tell, just based on a little bit of what you know who you're supposed to be looking for, if any of them were who you're looking for, they would have some magical items on them or some kind of diary, because they were sent here to investigate and look into this. So they'd have some kind of like set of inks, quills, pens, or whatever to mark down the discoveries. Most likely have magical items on them because they themselves are magical and have been sent here to collect magical items anyways. And the only magical weapon that the only magical thing you've located so far amongst all these people is the one sword that was stuck in the middle of the lake. Or sorry, not lake, in the middle of the bog here. And by the way, I will say this: this entire time he was casting Identify, Foster. He just says, "It's a sword of warning," and he just kind of waves it around dangerously.
Put that down!
I know what it is.
Alright.
I don't
Oh, I
take it.
miss him.
I'll take the sword from him. You got the axe the last time.
Yeah.
Aww.
What do I feel from it?
I mean, you feel it's heavy.
So, I hold it a lot. No, I hold it close to my lips and I say, "Sword of warning. What is your warning?" And I hold it to my ear.
We're getting older.
Don't-
I'm joking. It doesn't whisper
I
that.
think
Throw
it's,
it. I yeet it into the fog.
You will wake up being 18.
I yeet it in the
Like,
fog. I
oh
don't like what it
no.
said.
I just hear.
Oh.
You know what I hear? I just hear this sword of warning. What is your wisdom?
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
Pretty
Fucking
accurate.
God.
So, out of curiosity, who wants a sword of warning? It is a short sword of warning, so it is unfortunately it's essentially the same stat line. It just has the weapon of warning tag to it.
I'm good.
I don't think I can use it, but it could be a monk weapon for you, though, Arvad.
I'll have it.
You
You'll
do have to
it.
attune to
Okay,
it.
fine. Damn.
I don't know.
I mean, I have. Only
Wait,
reason
don't you have a big axe already?
Don't ask questions.
Yeah, he's got a point there.
Yeah. If anything,
Oh,
I need.
God.
If anything, the staff.
And I pull the axe out. No, just kidding. I don't have an axe actually. Oh wait, no, I have an axe. Forgot completely. I have it.
Yeah. Honestly,
I use a club though. Yeah.
yeah. Actually, I think the weapon would be more suited. I think the weapon would be more suited to me because I'm starting to realize, as much as I love this staff, it seems to have also been missing a lot of things lately. More specifically, people that need discipline.
I hug it close. I hug the sword close to my chest. But I have like the ability to sense danger, and I'd like to also be able to double that. It's like almost
no.
double the danger.
You have enough danger. You have enough danger sense as it is.
You're
You
right.
are.
You're right.
You are the
I am
danger.
the danger, Skylar.
Roshan, go for
Oh
it.
my fucking God.
The monk just face palms and is just like,
Sorry,
I-
these like interdimensional wormholes speak to me sometimes, and they whisper things that I, for some reason, keep taking on board.
Are you sure you haven't been
Uh.
infected by some mind parasite?
I mean, we are in a bog. one of
What's
those.
that supposed
I've
to
heard
mean?
stories. I've heard stories of like fishes that swim up your pee-pee if you're not careful. Speaking of
Oh.
which,
We're not
I jumped into
in
that.
the fucking Amazon.
I jumped into that water. Mm.
Do you feel
Okay,
any?
so
Do you feel any pain?
I put a finger up to the air. It was like, wait.
And wave it around like you just don't care.
Oh
No,
my
I think I'm
god!
good.
If he starts the helicopter, I'm out of here.
Alright. I bring out my hair. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, you first.
Let's say I bring out my hair, start bringing out my clothes, and I just let everybody know that none of the bodies are oblique. Or they don't seem to be.
Okay, so we're back to square one then.
But I mean, we at least now
Yeah,
know why
seems
he
that way.
has such an obsession with coming here.
You do not
Yes.
use that word, please.
Well, there's also
What,
but that
obsession?
does
No, the other one.
but that does raise the question: if none of these are oblique, where is he?
It's not to keep searching.
Yeah,
Let's
this
get
is a
going.
large
Do we have
landscape.
some sort of scrying methods?
I don't.
I put my hands together and I cup them and I yell out, "Old Man Ulbrich! Make yourself known.
I don't.
We're
think
here
that's
to
go-
rescue you."
I don't think that's going to work.
I look around, expectantly.
I put one hand to the ear, cup it, like listening out.
No one answers. You do hear your own voice though coming back to you from an echo, but other than that, no answer.
I cup my hands again and I shout out, "Don't be a dick! 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 Dick!"
Oh, here, you like this?
I think the hormones are finally kicking in.
I think so. All he can think about is peeing. And this is coming from me.
Peen, peen, peen.
I'm just like, I'm now. You just see Arvad just like looking up into the sky, and just asking the heavens in his mind, what horrible thing did I do in a previous life to deserve this?
Oh, come on. You could have always been worse off.
Like how?
You could have been dead.
Oh, at least, well, if I was dead, at least I would be able to see the people that I've lost.
Are you sure about that? Who knows, right?
By the way,
I will
I
hand
do-
the sword to Arvad, by the way.
okay, you're heading into our part. Okay. By the way, I do want to say this. It took about 15 to 20 minutes for for you to gather all the bodies. By the way, or at least the relevant ones, Zerlia. So.
Jeez,
You know, just
okay.
it's a lot of bodies. It's not, and I mean, you have to sift through a few just to make sure are they within the timeline of the death of a few days, and then some of them you toss back in, or I don't know. It's up to you what you do, but ultimately you did have to sift through a lot of bodies just to try to find which ones might be your guy. But as of now, of all the bodies you checked in each of the bogs, none of them appear to be your dude.
As she's pulling these out, stacking them on the bank and whatnot, I look over to her and watch her do this, and I'll ask. So, back at the monastery, we had this little cat who would come and bring dead mice
A
back
cat?
to the doorstep and put it down there. And he looked pretty pleased with himself, almost to, say, "Are you proud of me?" Is this
That should be
is this a thing? Do you have tabaxi in your bloodline somewhere, or is this normal?
I'm investigating Dusk. Something you might want to try.
Yeah.
Fine. I
Instead
take a
of being
deep
a
breath.
smart ass all the time.
I take a deep breath. Are these bodies, these corpses, smelling absolutely foul, or is it
You mean like-
unnaturally normal?
They are all pretty smelly. Some a little
Okay,
bit better
so
than
it-
others, but I mean, you assume that's just due to the decay or
Okay,
levels
so
of decay.
So it isn't some sort of weird, death area that we're in. It's still rules of decay still function here.
Yeah, what you
Yeah.
find weirder is how clear the water is despite the decay of the bodies.
Yeah, the water should be contaminated.
But it looks clear as day.
Yeah. I'm
No
really not.
algae, nothing.
Yeah, there's no algae, no decomposed gorges, just outside of a few bones.
Looks like I'm going for a swim. I would like to see if I can find like the source of the water.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're going into the water themselves, or into the water itself. I mean, I guess just pick a bog, but you do go in diving underneath the water, and I mean, you don't. You do this several times over, or no? I'm just curious how many times you're trying to dive here.
I'll do it at least like 3 or 4 times, just trying to see if I can find where the water's flowing in from.
As you kind of dive into each and every single one of the bogs, it doesn't appear that you're starting to get a sense that maybe some of these don't have any underwater ducks or anything, nothing that the water's pulling from. You, logically speaking, these bogs shouldn't exist at the moment, or at least, I mean, there might be heavy rains that pass through here once in a while, but past that, you don't know why or where the water is coming from necessarily, because each of them you check, there doesn't appear to be some kind of duct that feeds into the bog here.
The water
Some of
level
them
of the
are.
bog. Sorry, the water level of the bog is the same as the water level of the water we rolled in on, right?
It's a little less clear. Here's the thing: this water here clear. The water that you came in on, a lot less clear.
I mean, no, I'm not asking about the filtration, but they're not. We're not above sorry, how's the word? We're not a higher elevation than the lake water outside of the fog. It's the same.
Negative.
It's all equal, same level.
Mhm.
Okay.
I will say this though, Zerulia, you do find some of these bogs do interconnect, but other than that, there doesn't, the ones that do interconnect amongst themselves don't lead off anywhere else other than to another another bog in the immediate vicinity.
Okay. I go to drop my glasses on Arvad's robes, and I explain that to the rest of the group that none of them interconnect, and I can't seem to find the source of where the water's coming from.
You really need to clean your glasses on my robe.
You are the driest person with the most clothes.
I mean, she's not wrong.
You wanted to clean.
I am looking.
I will throw you back into the bog.
I begin shaking like one of those wet dogs.
Oh my god.
No.
I drop my glasses on Arvad again.
What are you? Fuck!
Oh.
By the way, that did
God
take
damn.
another 10 minutes for you to do your small investigation of the bog water itself, by the way.
Okay. Well, I'm out of ideas.
Shall we continue walking? I guess that's as much as we can do.
Yeah.
Sounds fine to me.
Yes, fine.
We're going to be out walking. I'm going to send Grimry up and out like 50 feet ahead of us to sort of recon, scout, whatever.
Okay. Gotcha, easy enough. Once again, more it does begin to clear up from the boggy area you seem to have discovered. You are making your way forward, and it does appear like the landscape gets drier. And mind you, it's still muddy, but definitely the water that was affecting everything seems to have, if not necessarily dissipated, it's at the very least seemed to have seeped into the mud itself, and it's a lot easier to walk around in. But you are still technically in difficult terrain as you guys make your way forward. Roll me a perception check with the Groomery, please.
Grimry.
That's a 3.
And is a 3. Okay.
Oh no.
You walk another, I would say another 5 minutes. And mind you, you were walking for a total of 5 before I called for the perception check. So I need you all to make me another perception check, all of you.
All right.
All of us.
Mhm.
Perception. Oh, there you go. 21.
All right. 16.
Ooh, a 16. Not bad, not bad.
I see it all.
Oh my god!
Nice.
Starting gun. I'm joking.
Oh, grabbing a drink.
Sword
Fuck it.
of, sword of omens, give me sight beyond sight.
Someone trips and I
Then
catch them
grabbing a
before they
drink.
fall.
Literally, well, he rolled so well he could see the future.
You can see all the moron.
Ah. Yes.
All right. So this applies to everybody. Even you, Cerulia. You see what appears to be a shape in the distance. Obviously, because the both of you rolled all three of you rolled really well. You do know what the shape is. It appears to be some kind of tent or other that has been set up, and what appears to be, even through the fog that you're trying really hard to perceive through, you could see what appears to be a small camp of some sort, with a campfire kind of surrounded by a few stones here and there. It's unlit, and it does appear to be quiet out here. For those who rolled 21, aka you, Matilda and Dusk, you can smell, both of you, smell something strange. Like something got burnt, and you can't really place your finger on it. It isn't the smell
I
of burnt meat or
immediately look at
anything like that.
Foster. So what did you do?
I didn't do anything, Mom. Matilda. Sorry, Matilda, not Mom this time.
I see.
But-
Well,
Well, I mean, she is being the mother of the group, so technically he's not wrong.
But yeah, you, once again, because you guys were the only ones who rolled this well, you do know that the smell is coming from the camp. Clearly something burned there. You're not sure what.
okay, I relay this information.
All right.
So there's not like a clear sort of fire pit that's been used, right?
There does appear to have been a campfire in the area, but you guys are still kind of far off, so you guys would want to go in the direction and really investigate it first if you want to find out anything more.
Yeah, no. Like if I'm in that direction, that's like the first thing I look at. Because if it's been recently used and there's other people here and we're not alone.
Before I start walking, I have to remind, you are attuning to the sword, are you not?
Looks that way.
Okay, just make a note that you're attuning to it. There's also a check that you can also do. Sorry, I'm sorry to slow it down, guys.
No, it's always important to know things like
to-
this.
If you go to your inventory, find have you got the sword? Have you got an item for the sword or?
I don't have a. I have this. I haven't
Okay.
made it an item
Wait.
yet, so
Ooh.
Don't know. We can do that later. Okay, but
Yeah,
if you
that's fine.
to
Yeah.
just keep track of your attuned slots, guys, go to your items and there's like an right next to the weight category. There's like an A.
Yeah, if you can look at the stream, for example, there's like if you have an item that needs attuning, there should be like a little orb in this line,
Oh wait, go
right next to
So-
like the weight.
so go to what, inventory?
Inventory
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then
the
you should
inventory
see-
tab, and then
at the top, right next to location and between location and weight. Sorry, there's like a little attunement. Well,
every
there's
item
dashes
that
if you
doesn't
don't
need
have
attuning has like a little stripe.
You got dashes if you don't need to attune to it, but if you do, you'd have a circle and you'd fill that in just to keep track of it. Okay.
Yeah.
I just thought you should know that.
Right.
Yeah. Let's march on to our deaths, I suppose.
Right.
all right.
Wonderful.
Did you say march to our death?
Yes.
Oh God.
I would never. I put the apple in my mouth and step out the bush.
So
That's not an
wait,
invitation
you have
for
an
you,
apple?
Glitter.
Where did you get an apple from?
Don't ask questions you don't want to know the answers to.
So, with the 6 of you, wait, Arvad. Need to make sure it's not. Sorry, with the 5 of you.
I pause. Who's the 6th person returning?
I just waiting to insert a party member. Yeah, with the 5 of
here.
Oh god.
with the 5 of you approaching this abandoned camp, you do see what appears to be a 2 tents and a fire pit amongst them. One, centered. It does look like, for some reason or other, one of the tents had caught fire and has been mostly whatever might have been inside it has been consumed, because you could see what seems to be detritus of what might have been cloth from the and maybe a sleeping bag or something, as well as the tent itself. Some twigs that have been kind of thrown in there, and then the second one that does appear to be untouched. But yeah, amongst their debris, there does appear to be a backpack that seems to be stuffed into the second one that has been untouched by the elements around inside the tent itself. And this is just the stuff that I could tell you based on what you can see as you're approaching the camp right now and you're amongst it. And there does appear to be a literal log that seems to be set on its side. That might have been a place to sit down to keep yourself out of the mud, right next to the campfire.
Sort of like a creature comforts.
Mm-hmm. I'll say with that's where we could probably end the session, is just, we could pick it up where you are investigating this empty camp.
Like just one question though. Like the soil is still this purple mud sludge?
Yeah, it's still purple throughout. There is that coloration did not change.
Slightly drier, I suppose, but not
Slightly drier, but not by much. It's still affecting your movement, yes.
Yeah. Ooh.
Why do I have the feeling? Why do I have the feeling that camp is not abandoned?
I mean, I smell
You'll
smoke,
find-
so there's gotta be like something else happening. Oh, hey, Belle. Hey, Paulette. We were just rounding off, but and nice of you to visit.
Well, thank you for inviting
Run
me
of
to the
the-
affiliate program.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Belle is one of the representatives from Fantasy Grounds,
Nice.
and they're such a nice person. Found one of your players' stream. Oh,
That's me.
for Glitter or for me?
Philly, this.
I'm assuming Glitter, because she's the only other person that streams this game.
That's true. Could be.
I can't stream this game because I don't want to give away any of the secrets here.
Oh no.
yes.
It's like, please try to like stream with Tails, but he's always too busy.
Live.
Sorry, we were rounding off, right?
Yes. We've brought the session to a close.
Okay. Tomorrow is gonna be more Skyrim.
Woo.
I've yet to discuss with Seth to see if we're gonna plan in a day, like a full day of like streaming, like maybe 8 hours or something. And as as a reward for like hitting 100 followers, besides just the art piece. And I mean, I see we just hit 110. Like, holy shit! And don't forget. Oh, thank you. And don't forget, we have our Halloween thing with Hex. So the planning for next week might change depending on what Hex wants to do. Do you have any idea of what you want to do? By the way.
I do kind of want to play Among Us, because to be honest, it's just one of my favorite games out there, and I thought it'd be a very spectacular thing. But it also depends on my schedule and the schedules of multiple people, because obviously I need to check what my in real life work has for me. Because if they decide to like plan it all over like days on my people and myself are normally streaming, I'm screwed anyway, so I can't do it. But we'll see.
Yeah. Well, I have it, and I know you guys enough, and I hope you guys know me enough that you don't mind me lying within the context of the game.
Oh,
I don't like lying to my friends.
Oh,
I
this
can't
is
wait
gonna
to be
interesting.
gaslit.
Oh, just continuously with Seth. Oh God, Seth, do you have Among Us?
Never once have I lied. Stop spreading malicious rumors about me.
Okay, that's not what I asked though.
Wow.
I
At least
asked
we
if
know
you
he's
have
not.
Among Us.
Yes.
Well,
I
at least we
do.
know
Oh,
he's
sorry.
not being completely honest.
What are you talking about? That's the truth.
Well, you just said we just asked, "Do you have Among Us?" You could have simply said yes or no. You just went into lying. So that just
He's
tells
just-
me
I'm
you
just saying.
are about to lie about something, or you're lying about something. So which is it?
If you can prove it,
Yeah,
then you're right.
Xavier.
If not, it's just hearsay.
It's
Everyone
heresy.
get-
You
Well,
uncultured
this isn't the
swine.
Johnny Depp trial, so.
Who was on cams?
I also have Left 4 Dead. Nope. What?
Just stay out of electric.
Hmm.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Go ahead.
So I
Matt.
tried venting. But someone caught me. I had to
You're
deal
doing
with
it the wrong way.
Wait. Oh, I thought you just got stuck.
I have Left 4. Ah! I have
The
Left 4
delay.
Dead 2 installed.
Yeah.
So maybe one day we're co-op Mondays. We could do that. I know Glitter wanted to play that as well. So why not change things up a bit? And whenever you need me, Hex, just please let me know in advance.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm
so
not
I
gonna
can
do it last
adjust
minute.
my schedule. Yeah,
Mm.
like me running my company is already like a nightmare enough to plan stuff in. So, but if I know in advance, I'm there.
Mhm.
I more than willingly want to help you out with that.
I appreciate it.
And besides, it sounds fun.
I can't wait to lie
um,
to all of you.
Yeah.
God.
I don't know, Glitter. Do we have like a movie night planned tonight?
not to my knowledge, but I'll ask around.
Yeah, like I could ask around. I'll be in chat after the stream because it's like really relatively early still. Just give me like a minute or two to like freshen up. And we still have more cards to be pulled. Congrats on it was Teresa, I think, for pulling that one card that we hadn't pulled yet. It was a Cody. His hologram then smile. So I'll be posting that one as well in the vault. And in the lore card section. Oh, we have another pull. Let's see what that is. Oh, you have a swimsuit match, silver, 1-star silver.
Nice.
So we still have 3 cards left that haven't been pulled yet. If only my hand would show 3 actually, but 3, 1, 2, 3. There we go, 3. But yeah, that was it. I hope you guys have fun. It certainly was a more, I think, guys, a more active and more sort of like playful session. I like that. Like I think we're finally getting sort of like in the swing of things.
Yeah. Got our equilibrium on.
Oh.
In all honesty, I just love messing with you guys. It's fun.
I'm just waiting. At this point, I'm just waiting for the day. It's just that I either get blown up, stabbed, bludgeoned.
I mean, that's gonna
Or-
happen just regardless.
Yeah, but I think it's just at the way
Oh!
it's happening to me, it's almost comedic.
Do we have another card
Oh,
that
it's
hadn't been
Easter
pulled
Mad.
yet? Easter Madeline.
Oh,
I've got the carrots, and I've got the eggs. If you got the carrot, so so we got
Man,
2
those-
cards left that haven't been pulled yet.
Man,
Actually,
those
I have-
sponsorships are really flying out the window now.
Listen, if we can't be tongue-in-cheek about this, then what can you do?
It's
I
more
mean, we
like
can
It's not
always
like
go
I'm
for the other-
exposing myself. Come on now.
She's
That's not
doing what to
tongue-in-cheek.
our cheeks?
that's not tongue in cheek. That's
What?
French kissing. And we all know.
Well,
what
I
that
mean,
involves.
we can always
Oh
go.
my
I mean,
God.
worst case scenario. We can always get some adult sponsors like Adam and Eve.
Wait,
Save
listen, if I
20%
make enough money in real life with my company, I'll sponsor myself, sure.
That works too.
Oh!
Modern problems.
Fallout drew a card. You got a Cody sleeping bag. It's a 2-star bronze, but don't worry, it's just a sketch. I'm just waiting for Seth to color in those sketch cards.
There's only so many times I can say "bite me."
You know,
yeah,
she'll
but
do
you
There's a
that.
still have to do the work.
Yeah, you also understand that, and knowing Madeline, she's not going to hesitate to do so, right?
Bella Morte's
Oh, that's a fair
sleeping
point.
bag OTK deck is coming along nicely.
Yeah. I've been asked like 3 times now, like, hey, is this from like an actual game? Like, can we do something with this? I'm like, maybe trump cards? I don't know. Like, they could fit some stats on there. I don't know.
Well,
It
AOC
wasn't the
cards are-
original intention.
Well, I mean, ALC cards can make a comeback, so wishful thinking.
Maybe it's more like just, talking about memories and like things that went on and stuff. Oh, you got the Cody and Amon plushies.
And it's gold.
Oh, and that's a collectible.
It's a gold, yeah. Yeah, that could end up being a collectible, yeah. I'll talk to my merchandise people. Seth?
No.
Oh,
Not
you're
yet?
fine.
Okay, fine.
I mean, again.
Not in the
at the
budget?
rate we're
Okay.
Yeah.
We have a budget.
You're getting paid?
No, I have a budget, you don't.
I'm just waiting. Look, I'm just waiting for the day Mads just gets sponsored by YouTunes, and then you just see plushies of her, Ahmad, and Cody, and then it's just like, oh look, the whole family's here.
Tara, I'm not even gonna read that because I know what the fuck that means. I'm not that old.
That's it. I'm getting me mallet.
Fuck it, Mason Jar.
Why
no,
are you like?
but
Why
if-
is
if
she
the
like
commu-
this?
What? Because
The
she's
term-
a brat. We all know this.
I've met brats. This girl's just basically taking brat Eddiness to 1,000.
Again, she's only ensuring that in my entire merch brand, I am gonna add a yaoi paddle. I'm just saying it's gonna happen.
Of
People are
course.
obsessed with paddles, come
Well, she needs to be spanked, that's all. Oh, there he is again! Mama's little Kremlin. Oh! He's a handful, but Mama loves him. Corner chairs for rats. Yes, actually. Oh, Paula, you and I are just like this. How did you know?
Belle has a very interesting.
Wait, corner
Belle
chair
has
or
a very-
a hotel corner chair?
whichever one is
Again.
available at this point.
I needed an adult.
I am an adult.
Paulette and I are adults.
I don't think you're the right kind of adults.
Oh, I have to send Seth to the U.S. because there's too many local well-off mamas in his area that may be looking to adopt his stepson. And he's very tall. He's like 1.90 or something, right? You're 6'2".
Could you not try to sell me on stream? Like,
No,
time?
I'm not selling you. I'm trying to be your wing woman.
Anyway, I'm glad to have you all
Just
here.
trying to.
That's called
Yeah, let's
slavery,
round
Maddie.
off.
That's a no-no.
It's not slavery. I want him to be happy and like start a family. Maybe find like a sugar mama. I don't know.
Oh,
I doubt you have pure
Anywho's.
intentions.
If you guys want to pull cards, be my guest. We are rounding off though. I'll be in chat in a few. Give me like 2 minutes. And thanks so much again for joining us. It was really fun today. I really needed this. A lot of chuckles. My cheeks hurt. And special shout out to Hex. and Glitter, who both have Twitch channels of their own.
Oh, wow.
Shit. Do I? Is it Cody?
No, that was me.
Hex.
That was me.
Damn.
impressive.
Okay.
Sounded weirdly convincing. Not?
Yeah, that was really convincing.
And people
just
say I
gonna,
can't be a voice actor.
Yeah, never
Hey,
do that
yeah,
again.
it was really good.
I almost had a heart attack.
The PA.
Where
what?
the
The-
fuck
I thought
is
he was in
Hex's
the
channel? Oh,
room with
here it
us.
is.
It's
The-
around.
And so,
The
between
PT.
Glitter
the
and Hex's
PS
channel.
he's-
What are you two talking about again?
I was basically saying Seth is having Vietnam flashbacks. Just like,
Oh, PTSD,
Hello,
and that's
hello.
normal.
Vietnam was
He lives in
nicer.
London.
Wait, you live in London?
So,
Bold strategy,
yeah.
Todd. Let's see if it pays off for him.
I knew you were going to use it eventually.
Okay.
Well
Okay.
done. You got me.
I'm gonna repeat a lesson that I gave earlier this week on Monday. You know how I keep saying, and then we'll cut it off. Help your community and help your people around you. Not even for altruistic reasons, because fuck altruism. Like, let greed motivate you, right? And a perfect example of that is there's channels out there on YouTube who have these gardeners and plant removal people. Sorry, I'm not a native speaker. I find it hard to translate this. But you have these people who go up to bewildered houses and offer cleaning services for free and clean up the entire yard, clean up the entire pathways and sidewalks and stuff and make it look nice and tidy. Usually this is for people who either don't have the financial means or are in crummy situations like single motherhood, or low-income families or people with disabilities who can't take care of this themselves. They do the work, they clean everything up, and they get financial benefits through YouTube by posting the videos on there, potentially even more than what they would have earned by cleaning up the yard. You provide a service for your community, and you also stand to benefit from it. This is a win-win for all parties involved. It is a perfect example. Try and find things in your environment that you can actually offer a service with. It doesn't have to be for free, but try and help people. There are a lot of people with issues on the roof or like dirty roofs or something. Like even if it's like that, or you have a power washer, go, if you're young, go and offer to like clean up people's sidewalks and stuff. Even if it's for peanuts, right? You stand to gain from it. You helping your community, you gain more of a network, you gain more social contacts, you know, you stand to gain so much for it, and it doesn't have to be out of the goodness out of your heart. Not only will this create a sort of like a mindset to help other people, but this is sort of like infectious for other people in your immediate vicinity as well. Do good for others and you can make the world a better place. And you stand to gain from it. So what else do you have to lose? And this is a good motivator to get you started. And again, this is kind of why I want to push people to go to the gym, because for most people, it's like the most accessible and yet the most difficult step because it requires exercise, it, you know, requires going out of your comfort zone. If you can do that and commit to a schedule or to something like going to the gym, congratulations, you've taken the first step into like doing anything else with your life, basically. So take that with you. We'll see you tomorrow. And Hexa, sadly, we're not sponsored by Power Wars later. I really should like drop like a link, but you know, who am I? I've got 110 people. But maybe one day. Now, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have fun. And yeah, see you later.
Bye. We love you.